Oke, cek suara enggak? Belum, harusnya ada. Oke, yuk saya balik ke welcome back ya bersama gue Giva di game Lost Judgment ya, dilansir pada malam minggu ini ya, yang dimana nama gak keluar bang, waktu saya habis guys ya, hanya untuk kerjaan. Siapa yang juga perlu liburan sebenarnya sih. Udah mulai muncul ini ya, kebosanan dan kestresan yang udah mulai menumpuk ya. Waktu untuk jalan-jalan tapi belum ada waktunya. Oke lah, lanjut. Kita sambil baca chat udah masuk ya, finally Bu Fali dan Bu Hope ya, Lost Judgment. Dan bahkan true ending dari game Mulai kedua bisa mereka di second playthrough. Wah, gak akan gue dapetin deh. Gue paling males kalau udah disuruh second playthrough gue males banget sumpah. Sorry banget ya. Iya, tunggu aja kalau ada mood pingin main lagi lah. Baru doain aja. Gue akan mainkan second playthrough-nya ya. Soalnya gue paling males ya. Kecuali kalau endingnya kayak Nier Automata, Nier Replikan, kita tinggal load aja itu aman, gue santai aja kalau gue. Tapi kalau disuruh main lagi aja, ya. Mohon maaf ya guys ya, saya males. Selamat datang juga Andre, selamat malam juga ya buat kalian berdua juga, Bu Brady ya. Dan ini udah bahasa Inggris nih. Ya, jadi yang soal hacker tunggu mood aja ya. Jadi jangan di ini. Saya betul lebih seru sih kalau bagi gua. Kalau gua sih harus ada jeda dulu sih kalau bagi gua ya. Kalau langsung suruh main setelah tamat, gue masih ada efek jenuh dari game itu. Pantang nyerah sebelum pelatihan. Oh, bang beda sih ya. Ada motivasi yaitu achievement ya. Kalau saya kan bukan orang achievement pak. Ya jadi kalau udah tamat sih gue pasti harus main game baru untuk menghilangkan kejenuhan dari game yang udah ditamatin ya. Kalau enggak sih gue gak akan mau main lagi sih. Itu efek game zaman sekarang kayak gitu di gua ya. Jadi kalau ada yang true ending di second playthrough, iya sabar aja. Gua main game lain aja dulu ya. Kalau ntar udah mood gua balik barulah main lagi. Kembali ke Barter Legend ini. Looks like I won't survive. Ya, udah pernah kesini. Oh, selamat malam juga Bu Tito. Udah bawa selimut sama bantal belum? Ntar tiduran lagi ya. Yang lainnya juga persiapan ya.
Glad you could make it.
You the owner of Siren?
Yeah.
Kalau pesan nanya bisa ambil true ending di first playthrough. Nah itu baru mantap. Tuh mantap. Mau kok bisa di save and load? Itu baru mantap. Kalau harus second playthrough hajut. Udah kelihatan banget sih. Makanya kok gua kemarin kok gak bisa gitu loh. Kok kita nggak bisa dapet 120 semua. Gua kira yang di awal-awal dulu kan Bahu bilang kan sampai lantai 5 100 semuanya 100, ternyata pas di lantai 5 kebuka sih. Cuma pas untuk dapat memori akhirnya 120. Kagak bisa kocak. Jadi pesona mantap ya. Terakhir sampai mana nih? Bu Guru mati udah kelar gak? Setelah Bu Guru mati terus kita dianiaya. Kemudian sekarang kita nyari si itu. Pokoknya setelah ngajar si siapa tuh? Pokoknya dia gak kalah badak banget tuh kemarin tuh. Cuma opsional bosnya harus bisa kalkulator kayak lawan The Twin atau revisan personal
So, I
kemudian
hear
dan
you're
10
Oh.
Kamurocho
all
detective.
confidence.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you're a distant relative of Kawana's. Can I ask your name?
No need.
Oke lah,
This will be the only time we meet.
itu juga
But to Kawana-kun, I
cuaca
guess
hujan
you call
gagal
me his
maming.
uncle-in-law.
Kalau saya capek,
Everyone's got a
ya,
dumbass uncle in the
jadi
family.
gagal maming
That's
gara-gara
me.
capek. Hujan sih
After all,
kagak.
I'm ex-Yakuza.
Based in Yokohama?
Harusnya sih
Yeah.
hujan tuh malah pas ya
Seryu clan.
buat malmingan
After
ya.
I got out, I looked after the shop
Cari yang
20
anget-anget
years,
gitu kan.
till today.
You mean Siren, right? What'll happen to it once you skip town?
Tapi enggak ding. Kalau hujan orang malas keluar
None of
ya.
your concern.
Fair enough.
Setidaknya harusnya sih pas malming itu hujan tuh
Guess
lebih
you detective types
lebih
can't help
romansnya
but
tuh
ask
udah dapet
questions.
ya. Palamu bang, pulang-pulang
So you
sakit
two are
ye.
related. I noticed you didn't mention
Agak
Kawano
romans
being
malah
alias.
sakit besoknya.
Done your homework, I see.
Langsung pilek minimal ya. Kuana secrets out of the open. Where I still let the conversation. Oh ini omnya ya. Kemarin ya, omnya si Kuana ya. Well, my name fake too. What is he like when he was young? You are both protege people. Ini langsung ya, to the point ya. Gue mau ini dah. Tapi Kuana using. Nama aku juga fake loh pak.
To be honest with you, I'm not using my real name either. Surprised?
Surprise.
Yeah? Well,
Ayo.
whatever floats your boat, kid.
Oh,
Dingin
not gonna take
banget.
the bait, huh?
Iya, gagal.
Look, how about we skip the bullshit and get down to business?
Santai
With you on
pak.
that one.
Santai pak, bercanda dulu pak, biar gak kaku. Ya ampun. Malah banjir-banjiran, pulang-pulang hujanan dan ban bocor lewat kubangan. Waduh, hapus banget tuh. Sumpah. Udah kena kubangan bocor, duh, hapus banget tuh. Itu pasti besok masuk angin sih. Asli masuk angin. Kalau udah kena ban bocor tuh pasti bonusnya adalah masuk angin kalau udah kena hujan-hujan ya. Karena kita kan berkeringat kan, dorong si motor. Apalagi kena hujan, walaupun nggak hujan pun loh, pas kena angin malam kadang bisa semeriwing. Besok langsung dapat bonus ya kan, dapat DLC dari alam ya kan. Ini
What was
si
he like
orang
when he was
ini
young?
kayak gimana tuh
He
masa
was
kecilnya?
just your average kid. Not like I saw him often. We never really paid attention to each other back then.
Coba,
But
ini
come on.
gaya-gaya muan gitu nih
A
kayak ini loh,
childhood
kayak
memory's really gonna help you.
Well, I figured I'd start with some softballs and
Banyak.
build from there.
wah si
I mean, it's
masternya
fine
berontak mulu.
conversation, but I don't have all day.
Yeah, okay.
Kalau
Point taken.
orangnya diajak ngobrol kayak gini sih kayak malas banget kita pengen lanjutin ngomongan nih. Ya. Kayak agak semangat banget gitu loh dia ngomong nih. Ya, dia masa kecil sih ya biasalah rata-rata anak kecil. Gak ada yang spesial ya, gitu aja lah. Apa sih Pak? Kasih yang menarik gitu loh. Oh, dia pernah ngompol ya kan. Ya kan? Ngompolnya di mana-mana bikin polonya ya. Tapi ini bikin masalah gede. Ya ternyata dia ngompolnya di kamar orang. Waduh. Kamar orang diompolin. Gitu. Ternyata dia nginep di rumah temennya. Waduh, terus ngompol. Udah bikin pulau di sana. Lumayan. Ya kan? Sekarang pulau lagi pada ini dicari-cari pulau. Nih.
His real name's Kitakata. At least that's what the Kamurocho thugs call him.
Lah ya mending
You're
gak masa
trying
pergi
to
kalau
see if
hujan
I
enak di
know his
rumah.
name.
Ya rata-rata segitu
That's
sih.
not why I'm here.
Mau siang, mau pagi,
Why did you call
ya
him
mau
that?
pagi, mau siang, mau sore, mau malam.
Oh, you
Kalau udah
see.
hujan nih orangnya pada males sih.
Kawana-kun wanted me to stop
Males
by
keluar.
his office and grab something for him.
Such as?
Walaupun dekat pun juga males sih. Walaupun sebelah mungkin ya. Ini sebelahnya ini.
It was gone.
Keluar
by the
situ
time I
aja
got
males
there.
sih. Gara-gara
Don't you mean
hujan.
a USB stick made to look like a lighter? Let's not beat around the bush here.
Hujan mah enakan di rumah minum hangat kayak teh, kopi dan lain.
I figured you'd grabbed it.
So of all
Ingin
things,
sehat ya teh,
Kawano wanted you
teh
to
jahe
pick this
ya,
up.
jahe hangat. Ini
Yes.
sehat, ya.
And he prefers to keep that content private. So, if you could just hand that over.
Now I'm curious. Care to tell me what's on here?
Would you hand it over if I did?
Yes.
No. I'd still need to confirm you told the truth.
Can't you tell Kawana-kun's
Ini
back
bapaknya
into the
ngantuk
corner
atau
here?
emang kayak gini orangnya ya?
Asking an old man to help is his only choice.
Ayah udah mau
Let's be
tidur aja,
honest.
udah low bed pak
I
gitu.
couldn't take that
Tapi
thing
masih
from
maksa
you
untuk
if I
ngomong ya.
wanted to. All I can do is appeal to your sense of decency.
Well, I've got to say, that's more persuasive than threats ever would be.
Keren guys, itu guys ya,
But if
lain
you really
kali
want me to
ya.
give this up,
Tapi jangan
at least
dibuat
let me
gini
see
USB-nya
Kawana.
guys ya, bahaya.
I consider
USB.
that, but he's already long gone.
USB
He was
bentuk
ready to cut out.
lighter gini-gini kalian bawa ke warung hilang ya. Langsung hilang atau enggak ke tempat tongkrongan kalian pasti langsung hilang. Apalagi warna hitam gini gelap gak kelihatan.
If that's the case, unfortunately, I'll need to hold on to this.
USB itu
A high school
kasih
teacher
gambar
was
apa
killed,
gitu ya,
and the thugs
gambar
that went after Kawana.
apa yang buat orang tuh nggak bikin
Her name
ngambil
was
gitu.
Yokosawa, a young woman dedicated to her career.
Ayo pak,
I
gimana
met
pak?
her while investigating the murder of a student teacher.
Ponakan bapak ini
But while
loh.
trying to get her side of the story,
Dia tuh
I ended
bawa
up running
apaan
into
sebenarnya?
Kawana inside her
Kok sampai bikin tuh
Do you know anything about this woman?
masalah kok tambah gede banget loh, sampai
I don't.
nyawa-nyawa orang tuh
You're really drawing a blank?
jadi
You
korban
don't
gitu.
know anything about criminals coming all the way from Kamurocho just to get at Kawana? Do you at least know how they're connected to Sawa-sensei?
Again, that's a negative.
And this flash drive is
Hari
my
ini
only
kebanyakan
concrete
orang
lead.
pada panik cari set-top box
If it's
TV
so
analog
important to
udah mati
Kawana, he should
total.
have come himself, rather than send a middleman.
Alah, kenapa gue bingung? Kan punya
Don't
pada
be
punya
so
HP
hard on
ya.
him. I'm the one who taught him all his tricks.
Ini ntar
You
bakal
said
habis ini
Kawana
tuh
sex
bakal
opposite
ini
too?
bakal mahal tuh.
Nah.
Set-top box tuh.
He was just your average
Set-top
civvy
box
before
TV
all
bakal
this.
mahal tuh.
But circumstances as they were, he had no choice but to go underground.
Langsung ntar
That's when he came
si
to
abang-abang
Ijincho.
Indihome
I took
langsung
him under my wing.
ini lagi ya.
I'm the one who suggested
Bu,
the
paketan
handing
buat TV digital ya kan?
but he took to the
Enggak ya?
underground with
Gratis
real
kok.
gusto.
TV digital tuh gratis
Meet
kan?
Gusto.
I'm not just talking him up.
Cuma kita tinggal
We
ini
had
doang
good
kan?
reasons for diving headlong into the shadows.
Tinggal beli yang
Good
boxnya
reasons.
doang kan?
Care to give me one or two?
Tapi yang langganan TV kabel nggak perlu set.
Understand,
Iya,
we should
nggak
see
perlu
what's
lah kan
on
udah
the
dapet.
Both Kawana-kun's past.
Ngapain
and
pakai
his
lagi
purpose.
top boxnya? Kan udah langsung dari
That takes
TV
care of
kabel
everything I
berlangganannya
have
kan?
to say.
Not sure it's such a good idea for me to just let you leave.
Thinking about stopping me wouldn't be wise. This joint doesn't take kindly to that behavior.
That's why this is the safest
Elah
place
master,
in Ijincho, huh?
gila master. Juh, codet nih,
Ya.
bikin kangen
I'm
aja.
glad your face is the last one I'll see in
Punya
the
kabar
city.
gak si kiri itu, kiri gaya sama Kiryu? Ada kabar gak tuh dua orang tuh? Si Ichiban. Master, kalau ada kabar Ichiban sama Kiryu kasih tahu lah. Ye. Kalau udah punya Android TV tinggal beli antena buat nancap sinyal, pakai WiFi juga bisa. Oh. Percuma sih di rumah gue sih pada nggak ini ya, udah kagak suka nonton TV. Buka TV ntar acaranya gitu-gitu doang lo, belum ada yang bagus lo acara TV. Kecuali kalau acara TV dibalikin lagi ya kan. Udah nggak ngejar rating tapi bener-bener disesuaikan dengan penontonnya. Hari Minggu saatnya kartun ya kan, bibu-bibu, Kamen Rider, Power Ranger, semuanya kasih, semua channel TV gitu semua enak. Ntar jam 12 pagi, jam berapa berita dulu, jam 12 ke atas lalu berita lagi. Wah udah asik deh ya kan, nggak apa-apa lah malam-malam sikat aja sama sinetron. Nggak apa-apa ya, yang penting hari Minggu dikasih gitu sih gue nonton lagi sih. Tapi kalau enggak ya udahlah, bye-bye lah TV, apa TV itu, nggak usah TV-TVan lah. Segitunya ya. Sama TV bang. Ceweknya cuma 2 doang sekarang yang gue punya ya. Kita kembali ke rumah. Ngomongin Kiryu di game Like a Dragon Gaiden dan kabarnya sih ada mini game kabaret. Cuma nggak tahu kita jadi pengurus kabarnya atau cuma jadi pelanggan. Jadi pelanggan jadi mini game apaan? Kita minum berarti? Atau enggak godain ini hostesnya? Kalau jadi pelanggan. Tuh. Dia di mana nih? Di sini. Oh. Kalau pokok ntar kemarin kita langsung main guys ya. Makanya ini dikebut ini nih. Enggak dikebut juga, santai, masih lama kan. Kita udah ada 1 slot aja ya kan. Lagi-lagi ya masalah Soul Hacker 2 gua
Yagami.
mau istirahat dulu.
Oh, great.
Oh, halo.
You
Liumang, apa nih?
They say you brought your little posse from Tokyo. You I couldn't trust an outsider.
Ya kan lagi pria dunia bro, ini bro mau nggak mau mending nonton lewat TV gratis langganan video baru soalnya.
They're not even close to me.
Iya juga sih ya. Waduh, orang kantornya juga ini loh pakai topeng ya. Wah, nambah dari saya kali dan lainnya jangan lupa. Oh. Au wah. No, ayo, ya,
Here we go.
wah, gua agak kaku main. Jalan dunia ya. Tapi paling asik nonton rame-rame sih kalau Piala Dunia sih. Gue dulu zaman sekolah paling suka tuh nonton di ini nih. Kok banyak? Paling suka tuh nonton di pos ronda. Asik banget tuh. Sama bapak-bapak gitu kan. Sekarang sih kejar! Tombolnya salah. Mati. Oh, kalah dong. Kalah gue. Kalah ini. Ayo lo. Oke. Waduh, nambah lagi dong. Salah tadi pencet aja, Gus. Pencet X doang, ternyata ada arahnya. Oh. Sabar Om. Aku tambah darah dulu Om, bahaya Om. Gabungan Screw and Wolfram. Iya. Pakai topengnya jadi sini. Makan gue sana. Au. Banyak lagi, nambah lagi loh. Kena lu. Tim Jepang berhasil melawan tim Jerman dengan 2-1 kemarin. Berarti Jepang lolos ya. Udah pasti bakal lolos ya. Au. Ayo lu. Puter pade. Ajar. Au. Aduh, nancep ini. Mati lu. Ayo sini. Lu gak ada bos lu, udah kayak ini lu. Enggak jadi. Woi. Wah, 1 lawan 1. Ini Om. Waduh. Bawa apa tuh? Lu kira gua drum. Berarti Jepang lolos, Jerman gimana tuh nasibnya? Gak lolos dong.
Damn it.
Ini apa maksudnya nih? Lu disuruh orang atau lu ngetes doang nih? Tiba-tiba orang
These
mau
Kamurocho
pulang
douchebags show up,
ini istirahat.
strutting around like they own our city. Then I hear some teacher chick gets killed after a break-in. Fuckers. Someone let him into
Ini
Ijincho,
codetnya kayak pernah ngerti siapa ya gitu. Kayak ada deh codet gini nih.
I can see why
Apa
he's
ya?
pissed. But you figured coming after me was the
Anime apa
answer?
ya?
Figured I could at least try beating a few out of you.
Di Jujutsu
Opposites ain't my style.
no Kaisen?
You gotta appreciate that not
Heihachi.
everyone plays by
Heihachi
the
mau
game.
codet gini.
What I don't appreciate is
Heihachi
Kamurocho trash.
masa codet?
Now why are they here, Yagami?
I'd like to
Sumpah
find
ada
out
tuh anime
myself.
pakai codet
But
gitu
I'll tell you
guys.
this much. I'm not
Jujutsu
your enemy.
Kaisen ada gak ya?
I was first on the
Yang
scene of that
itu tuh
murder.
yang
I knew the woman personally.
apa?
The culprit is Arcade's leader, a guy named Soma.
Yang dia bisa ngerubah
Shit,
orang jadi
serious? And why is the
iblis loh.
rest of his
Ada
crew
tuh.
here with him? A lot of muscle just to ice one lady.
They're after a
Aduh,
local
lupa
lady
namanya
named
karakternya.
Kawana. You know?
Yang barengannya si itu yang biksu yang mati di
Why they want him so bad?
di
Looking into that
movie-nya.
now. Which is why they're still after me. Not to mention they stabbed my partner. So the more
Sekarang
you
tim
get in
Jepang
our way,
lolos
the
ke
slower
16
this will
besar.
go.
Oke. Mantap,
Gotcha.
Kapten Subasa.
You understand that?
How's about I make you the deal of a lifetime? So long as Arcade's messing around in my city. I don't mind calling you a brother.
Really? Just like that.
Kabar bagus ini guys.
Sure, but I get to be Aniki, of course.
Ah, yes, seralah.
You really think this is
Mau
selling?
jadi Aniki, Aniko.
You're missing here is
Anike.
Liumong never
Serah.
target a brother. So now,
Yang
if
penting lu
anyone
mau
lays a
bantu gua
finger,
ngurusin si RK gua.
Liumong's taking their head.
Oke, mantap.
Same rule for all the ladies here in
Jujutsu
Ijincho.
Kaisen baru nonton separuh,
gets
video
fresh,
belum lanjut lagi.
become
Bagus,
fresh
bagus
meat.
banget bro.
With me
Bagus
on
banget.
that, brother?
Oh, this is gonna take some getting used to.
Besides,
Worth it banget tuh recommended untuk ditonton. Itu udah kayak inilah kayak
Now the truth comes out.
Anyway, let me know if you get
kayak
any
nonton
intel on
Hero
Arcade.
Academia lah.
Especially where that
Efek-efeknya
shit
mirip-mirip lah.
Soma might be. Just shoot me your location and it's done.
Tapi dia kayak
We'll
ini deh
give
kayak
that teacher
Demon Slayer deh. Ke Demon Slayer terus ada beberapa efek tuh mirip-mirip kayak Hero Academia gitu loh. Bagus bagus. Humornya bagus. Terus battle-nya juga keren sampai anu juga keren sih. Gue lupa gue terakhir nonton sampai mana ya dia. Ini masih season 1 toh. Gue terakhir nonton episode yang mana ya? Yang gue paling inget cuma si itu tuh yang si guru lawan bukan guru ding, siapa tuh yang karakter utamanya yang makan jari no? Wah baru kayak gini udah di yang makan jari Sukuna itu siapa tuh namanya?
I
Ya
was
itulah.
just thinking of calling you
Itu dibantu
Yagami.
sama seniornya yang kuatannya yang ini yang nepot tangan terus pindah-pindah posisi
Is that true, Yagami-san? What the hell happened?
lawan
Look,
yang
I
tanaman
promise
kalau
I'll
nggak
fill
salah
you in, but
iblis
right now I
kutukannya.
really need Tsukumo's help.
With what?
I found a
Gue
USB
terakhir
drive
nonton
at
dari situ
Kawana's
doang sih.
hideout. It was disguised to look like a
Sisanya
wire.
belum
We have to know
nonton
what's on it.
lagi gue. Sampai dari situ sih.
So, Kaito-san was
Dan
attacked by
Jerman
that
langsung
Soma
tereliminasi
Katsu.
dari grup. Jerman nggak lolos.
Yeah, while we were chasing Kawana,
Waduh,
Soma
ini
popped up and got him right in the gut.
tahun terburuk berarti.
Almost got me too, to be honest.
Terakhir nonton pas
You're
pada
saying
gua jauh
one
berarti
guy
sama gua
almost
ngomongin tadi tuh.
single-handedly took down the Yagami Detective Agency?
Gua nggak tahu kalau episode berapa
It's true.
berarti itu ya
Right after, I
awal-awal
got a call from Kawana's
awal-awal
purported
sekolah
relative
apa
who wanted me to hand over the
kelasnya
flash drive.
si
Apparently, what's on it will tell us Kawana's true
si
identity.
karakter
and goal.
utamanya kan ada 3
When
orang
I
kan,
open it, all
cewek,
I
2
see is
cowok,
one data file.
si yang makan jari, si yang bisa
video.
nyumon si
I'll hit play
Kigami,
once you guys are all
tapi
ready.
punya kekuatan tersembunyi dalam dirinya.
Damn, what's on there?
Kemudian yang cewek yang
Can't take
kutub
the
pakai
suspense.
paku itu kan, itu baru mulai berarti, baru mulai masuk ke sekolahnya.
Let's make it full screen.
Gila RGB, laptop gaming nih, Helios. Jadi di sini Helios. Waduh, Gila, lu. Wah, ini masa-masa Smackdown nih. Iya, 2008, Pak. Wah, ini Smackdown lagi booming nih. Itu siapa yang dibully tuh? Suzuki. Ada Honda berarti di sini. Ada Yamaha. Siapa itu yang dibully? Enggak ada yang kenal gua. Mitsuru. Itu pasti yang belakang itu pengikut doang itu. Kroco-kroco ngikut-ikut doang itu. Tuh yang 4 orang cowok di belakang nih. Sama satu ini nih. Ikut-ikut doang mereka guys. Kalau nggak ada yang ini langsung. Diapain tuh? Wih. Waduh, bahaya loh. Itu bisa kalau kena yang fatal mati loh ini orang. Oh, direkam dong. Wah, ini cewek. Jangan ditiru guys ya. Kalau kalian nemu ini hentikan guys kalau bisa guys. Ini sebenarnya juga baru nonton season 1. Season 1. Wah, masih panjang, itu bakal seru terus tuh. Demon Slayer sih hampir mirip kayak Jujutsu Kaisen sih stepnya. Dibuat kalem dulu, banyak candaan, tapi dibuat naik ininya, stepnya, ceritanya. Lalu ntar dikasih epic di pertandingannya, di battle-nya. Sama sih Jujutsu Kaisen juga gitu kan. Konyol, tapi dibuat stepnya agak naik perlahan-lahan. Lalu ntar ada musuhnya baru.
Vice Minister of the Health Ministry? 30 years old.
Stepnya gitu terus sih kalau nggak salah stepnya.
It seems we've stumbled on private video
Habis
footage
battle
of
konyol
Mitsuruku
lagi.
Tsumoto being bullied.
Ntar battle serius. Walaupun ada beberapa konyol tapi tetap
How
serius.
would he have this?
I don't know. But his uncle said it's our lead to Kawana's real identity.
Mitsuru
and
tuh ya
motivation.
siapa ya?
Just a moment. This frame gives
Chainsaw Man
us a good look
bagus,
at the key players'
tapi
faces.
agak mengarah ke
Why don't
sana
we try
juga
gleaning
ya,
what
agak
we can
dewasa
from
ya, kayak kalau Chainsaw
Sounds
Man
good.
ya.
Let's dig
Bukan
in.
agak dewasa sih, dewasa tuh harusnya jatuhnya sih. Jatuhnya anime dewasa sih.
What the?
Ini Mitsuru siapa nih? Mitsuru Kusumoto. Siapa tuh? Ini bukan muridnya bu guru yang di sekolah lainnya ya? Soalnya ada kan yang lompat dari lantai atas tuh. Siapa yang namanya gue lupa. Oh ya ini. Despite jumping off his school roof 3 years ago. Oh ini dia guys. Ini orangnya nih. Yang dikasih tahu sama almarhum Bu Sawa. Yang dia punya murid lompat dari gedung. Ini orangnya nih. Oh. Ini muka.
I feel bad for Mitsuru-kun. No one helped him, even with everything he was going through.
Kasus bullying di Jepang
13 years ago, his mother was still just some nobody working at the Ministry of Health.
ada sih.
She seems to have split with her husband and looks after her
Soalnya-
son on her own now. I don't know all the details though.
Hey, crazy theory, but
Apa
what
ya?
if this husband she left was actually Kawana-san? And maybe
Kadang-kadang
he
sekolah
recorded
juga
this
diem
to
nih ya,
secretly
masalah
check
kayak
on
gitu
his
ya.
son.
Takutnya kan mencoreng
No,
nama baik
Kawana doesn't
sekolahnya.
look like
Jadi
he'd
kan
have a 30-year-old
di
kid.
sekolah pasti
Let's
sering
look for other
terjadi.
possibilities.
Apa nih?
This guy's face is familiar somehow.
Oh, I don't think I've seen him.
I don't know him either.
Familiar.
Who is he?
I think I remember him. I saw him at the crime scene where Mikoshiba's body was. He was with more Kurakawa grads.
Wow.
He showed his ID to the Kanagawa detective. think his name was Akhirnya.
That gives us an interesting
Akhirnya
perspective,
ini orang
doesn't
yang
it?
3 orang yang
All
mantap
the
kita
people
guys ya
in
pas
this
kita
bullying
masuk ke
video seem to keep
bangunan di
popping
mana
up
si
around our case.
Mitsubishi meninggal ya.
But the real question is, why was Kawana the one with the video?
Akhirnya. Oke. Bagaimana dengan anime sword art online? Tinggal nunggu yang barunya sih. Siapa nih?
This girl recording the bullying on her cell phone.
Seri
Someone said her
barunya
name in the
selalu
video.
ditunggu sih.
Suzuki.
There's another familiar face. So it all comes circling back to her, huh?
Right. This Suzuki girl has a different name now.
Soalnya anime sword art online tuh bisa luas banget gara-gara ada seed-nya itu loh. Yang sama Kirito udah disebar kemana-mana kan. Ini kan bisa nyambung ke semua game. Nah itu gara-gara itu bisa luas ceritanya si sword art online tuh, mau dibuat kayak gimana tuh bisa gitu loh. Walaupun ntar muncul game baru ya di dalam laut gitu kan, jadi jadi putri duyung manusia laut. Nah itu bisa tuh, atau enggak masuk ke dunia para dewa juga bisa. Bebas lah mau game apa aja itu Sword Art Online bisa gara-gara seed gitu tadi, benih yang dikasih sama siapa profesornya itu ke Kirito. Gara-gara itu jadi bisa luas. Mau dibilang mau tamat sih ya mungkin cuma per session aja sih tamatnya, cuma bisa lebih panjang lagi. Siapa nih? Famous student with maiden name Suzuki. What her name no after Suzuki? Yui Mami. Oh, situ yang kita duga ada kaitannya masih Pak Polisi itu. Oh, yang kita kira ini kan berkomplot kan?
Yui Mamiya, the victim in the Ahara harassment case. Suzuki was her last name before getting married. Sawa-sensei also told me that Mitsuru Kusamoto and Mamiya were classmates 13 years ago.
Yep. So we're looking at Yui
Ini teman
Mamiya in
sekelasnya
high
bersama
school.
guys.
Mamiya-san, huh? What's she like underneath it all?
War on the World Part 2 belum
Originally,
nonton
word got
sama
around that
sekali.
Shinya
Malah
Kawai
Kirito
was the
lagi
one bullying
Kirito
Mitsuru
lagi yang terlalu
Kusamoto.
overpower.
After watching this, though, the truth of the matter doesn't quite line up.
Ya gimana lagi,
There
nggak
were
ada
really
lain
about
lagi.
10 bullies involved at the time, and Yui Mamiya was one of them.
Yeah. If this video got leaked,
Soalnya
Mamiya and the other
kata
students
Kirito kan ibaratnya udah ini kan,
they're
udah
living out their lives like nothing happened.
ID-nya
Despite
udah
being the
ID
ones who drove a
Grandmaster
kid into a
ibaratnya.
coma. If word got out, they'd be crucified by the public.
Cuma dia
Jobs,
di aja di
families, their lives will all change for the
buff
worst.
aja tuh Pak, ya tetap aja ID Grandmaster.
Suspicious.
Jadi tiba-tiba bisa overpower walaupun di nerf sampai paling bawah pun percuma gitu. Kan dia karakter yang ini kan yang paling apa bisa lebih cepat kan. Si Kirito kalau main kan lebih ini kan, lebih sensitif daripada pemain yang lain kan. Jadi dia tuh mainnya tuh lebih efisien, lebih cepet, terus lebih apa gitu kayak lebih tanggap lah dengan situasi dalam gamenya. Jadi dia bisa merespon lebih cepat daripada karakter-karakter orang lain gitu loh.
If I'm not mistaken, Shinya Kawai was the bully whose name got out to the public.
Yeah.
Makanya sama gamenya tuh dia selalu dianggap spesial si Kirito ini. Sama
I have
game,
no doubt
apalagi
the
kan
guy
ada
in the
seed
picture
itu
they
kan.
showed me is
Jadi
the
ya
same
udah.
guy in this video.
Datanya Kirito ya
Once
sama aja.
RK came to the conclusion Kawhi had been murdered, they came here
Mau
to Ijincho,
dimanapun gamenya
hunting
datanya
down
sama.
Kawana for whatever reason.
Data Kirito yang dulu, yang di awal-awal itu yang udah jadi OP. Oke, kurang satu noh. Yang
Hey,
hah? Tanggal. Sword Art Online season 1 story bagus, sedangkan season 2 kok beda. Ya, yang pertama kan survival banget ya.
September 17th, 13 years
Kalau
ago.
yang kedua tuh yang mana?
It's past
Yang
4 p.m., so
masuk
this
ke
would be
ini
after
ya.
school.
masuk ke dunia peri ya,
Wait, this is-
yang ketemu adeknya
Got
ya.
something?
I just cross-referenced the date Mitsuru Kusumoto jumped. September 17th.
Oh shit.
That can only mean this video was
Gila, karakternya
recorded
nggak
very
bagus sih,
shortly
cuma
before
jualan
his
cewek haram.
suicide attempt.
Iya sih ya, nggak terlalu tiba-tiba ya. Apalagi kan yang di ininya kan prosesnya dia jadi kuat kan tiba-tiba kan. Ada di season 1 kan dia lompat kan. Di
The video may have provided
hari
some
pertama terus
interesting
ke hari
connections.
apa kan dia
We
lompat ya.
still don't have that crucial link.
Kan
The
kita nggak
link
tahu kan
being the
perjalanannya
reason
Kirito
Kuwano-san
sampai
came to
jadi
possess
yang
this, of course.
Right.
sebelum ketemu sama
Kuwano's
Asuna
either
yang
the one
pertama
who
kali kan.
recorded it himself, or is at least a recipient of the video from the original witness.
Kan udah banyak kan itu yang perang coba naik ke atas kan, buka jalan
Well,
sampai
then,
lantai
maybe
berapa kan banyak
Sawa-sensei
kan.
recorded it 13 years ago, and then had Kuwano-san look into it, as one of his handyman requests.
It's possible
Masalahnya SAO itu banyak di skip dari Akhirnya. Iya bener.
Why's that?
because of what Siren's owner
Season
said.
2 kan ini doang kan.
You'll understand.
Kirito kan
once you
pingin
see what
seneng-seneng
some's
ibaratnya.
like.
Kirito pingin ngelupakan kejadian yang dia pernah alami toh kalau yang
And his purpose.
season 2-nya kan.
He
Malah
said we'll know Kuwano's true
nggak bisa
identity
gitu
once
loh.
we watch the
Malah
video. But that hasn't been the case.
masuk
so far.
lagi dunia game ya gimana lagi? Mau
Ya.
dia dapat seat itu kan.
What identity could we draw from a secret recording of some
Dia pengen
bullies?
berhenti tapi ya nggak bisa.
Assuming
Akhirnya
Kuwano was
masuk
in his
lagi
early
ke
40s, he would have been about 30
game
to
baru.
15 years ago.
Ternyata
What if
servernya
he was a
server
school teacher
nindih gitu loh.
of
Dari
the
server
students in the
lama
video?
di ini aja di
In that case,
ubah
we should consult the
codingannya.
yearbook Segurashi brought back.
Loh,
The
dua
one that was
gan
in
online.
Sawa-sensei's room?
Bukannya
You
dua tuh
still have
yang
yet to look
ini
through
yang
it.
sama adeknya.
That's right. Let me go get it.
Yang sama adeknya 3 berarti.
The way you're talking, I assume you've already taken a peek?
We have, but unfortunately we
Oh, udah
didn't
lupa gua
find
urutannya.
Kuwano-san's face among the teachers.
Berarti kan gan online sih
This is the page from Mitsuru Kusumoto's
Kirito
class.
iseng-iseng aja tuh.
Both Sawa-sensei and Mamiya are there too.
Kan dia ngembangin seatnya itu kan.
So the homeroom
begitu.
teacher was
Buku
this
ininya.
guy.
Apparently he witnessed bullies harassing Mitsuru multiple times, yet he would
Dia saksi
overlook.
matanya ya.
All he did was
Udah
smile.
berapa
tell
kali
them not
dia
to
udah
overdo it.
tahu mungkin kejadian pembulian dari Mitsuru itu ya, tapi
It's
dia
not Kuwano. This is someone else.
We checked the rest of the teachers too, but never spotted Kuwano-san.
kalau di LN dijelasin dapat baju
Mitsuru
hitamnya dari
Kusumo.
mana,
This
elusidatornya
picture
dari
doesn't look
mana. Nah
like it was shot for a
itu
yearbook.
makanya
He
build
was most
karakternya
likely
tuh
already
jadi
in a
nggak
coma
bagus
when
karena
photo
tiba-tiba
time rolled
lompat terlalu jauh gitu loh. Kok tiba-tiba dia udah jadi kayak gitu gitu loh. Padahal prosesnya tuh bisa panjang banget tuh.
Sawa-sensei isn't smiling at all in this.
Huh.
Jadi
She didn't
jelas,
mention she blew off
tapi
her class
karena
reunion.
pembatasan
In
season
fact,
dari
she
jadi
hadn't kept in
dipercepat
touch with
ya.
her classmates at all.
Biasalah. Tuh kan bener season 2
No surprise
ALO.
there. Mitsuru-kun would be bound to come up at some
Bung
point.
Hope
This is
ketemu
Yui
adiknya
Suzuki.
dulu
She's
yang masuk ke dunia
definitely
peri
one of the girls in the
baru
video.
main tembak-tembakan
And another
ketemu si
classmate involved with Mitsuru
Shino
Kusumo.
itu cewek baru
Seems like a bunch of the students on this page were in the video, huh?
keempat
Yeah,
baru
but
dia
I can't find
karena di
Shinya
3 kena
Kawaii.
suntik ya ngelindungin Asuna.
Yeah, you're right. He's
Ini
not in
jadi
there.
If I'm not mistaken, Kawai left the school once he started catching flack for being Mitsuru-kun's bully.
spin off.
At least, that's what I read online. No
Oh,
real
nggak tahu
evidence
kalau
yet, but it
alternatif ya.
definitely sounds like how it would have played out.
Gue cuma
The
nonton
truth
yang
is,
ya
there
itu
were more
anime yang
bullies who
ada
should
itu
have
aja.
seen consequences besides Kawaii.
merek laptopnya Asus guys, Asus. Ini dia nih baru jelas nih muka-mukanya nih. Nih saksi mata udah berapa kali tapi dia nggak mau lapor, ini kurang asem ini. Gurunya nih.
The worst part is that his teacher knew. He even talked to the bullies about it. But all he said was, don't overdo it.
Suatu di episode
The
4
public eviscerated him.
satu
He had
kita
to quit his
diserang sama
teaching
Titan
job.
Hand. Dia
Hold on.
dapat skill auto recovery
If he was
juga
dismissed,
tiba-tiba kalau
you
dia
figure
kan
something
ada
out?
menjelaskan kenapa
The
dia ada
homeroom
skill
teacher at
pasif
the time
itu.
of the incident did take some flack. He got forced out of teaching.
Yeah? What of it?
If that's the case, couldn't this teacher in the yearbook just be filling in for the other one?
I see. That
Iya,
definitely
iya.
sounds likely.
Itu yang
Let me search for the original
yang
teacher's
bantuin
name.
si itu berarti ya,
There's
yang
a chance
summon
he
itu
won't be
ya,
the
yang
same guy
bis
in the
summoner
yearbook.
itu ya.
Just give me a sec.
Yang siapa tuh cewek satunya tuh yang bawa naga tuh.
Hey, what the?
Ambil di Ijincho ga ini icon. FF Hara. Kakek. Ini Busawa nih. Busawa bukan ya?
Suspicious.
Oh ini Busawa nih. Oh bukan berarti tadi tuh. Oh silika. Nah iya juga ya. Kalau nggak salah di film itu dia bilang ini kan. Iya pertumbuhannya dia ya. Itu nggak dari ini, nggak dari startnya dia masang gitu. Gue lupa ada dia ngomong apa sih yang di animenya. Kan apa tuh cuma dari skill ya. Sama-sama isekai bagusan Tateno Yusan, betul. Itu wah gimana ya? Itu dapat banget sih build up karakternya sih si Tateno Yusa tuh. Itu walaupun nggak terlalu ini ya. Ada sih yang waktu di skipnya juga ada sih waktu, tapi bagusnya dia dikasih tahu gitu loh. Cuma walaupun sekedar
Yagami,
cuma
I found it.
seberapa
The
detik
name of
doang ya
Mitsuru
kayak
Kusumoto's former homeroom
perkembangannya si siapa
teacher.
rubah
Right.
itu
It wasn't the same teacher in the
dia
yearbook.
buru
This one's name
apa
is Yu Kitakata.
terus
Kitakata.
masukin ke
Don't
apa
tell me that's...
tamengnya kan ada beberapa hal
His
kan
real name's
yang enggak
Kitakata.
di
Ring any bells?
ini cuma sekilas
That's
aja.
Kawana's real
Harusnya dibuat
name.
gitu sih
Selma said it to me once.
di SAO sih
So,
bakal
Kuwana-san
membantu
was
sih untuk
the
orang
original
tuh
homeroom
jelas gitu.
teacher?
I just found a picture. This is Kitakata sensei from 13 years ago.
Dia
It's
akhirnya
Kawada.
harus per 10 detik sedangkan dia memisah
That's him, alright.
berenang cuman tidak tahu
Yeah.
kan sampai ngomong
Not only
kita
that,
bisa taruh di
Sawa
selamanya
Sensei
tapi
was part
kalau
of this class,
kalian
which
nggak
makes
bisa
Kawana
malah
her homeroom teacher too.
oh
This is the link
SAO
we've been
patchingnya
looking for.
kecepatan iya bener gue setuju sih makanya
Everything is clicked
yang
into place.
ketemu sama Asmara juga
Kawanasan
kan
was the
udah kelihatan
linchpin of this
kecepatan
case.
itu.
So, 13 years ago,
Tiba-tiba dia
Yu
udah
Kitakata
pakai
left
seragam
teaching
gitu,
behind
udah bawa
in the Mitsuru
pedang.
Group's incident and became
Pedangnya yang
Kawana the
itu.
handyman. That's what made him turn to his uncle at Siren for help. He told me Kawana tried really hard to make it in the underground.
Harusnya kan ada
and some
prosesnya kan.
good reason for it.
For living a life in the shadows? What could that have been?
Kalau SAO full 24 episode harusnya bisa lebih bagus. Loh. Iya juga ya. Emang berapa episode? Bukannya segitu ya? SAO tuh 25 atau cuma 12? Belum pak. The Rising of Osiris satu story, sedangkan season 2 nya yang mana itu? Season 2 nya yang dimulai dari mana? Season 2 nya gue cuma ingat yang season 1 doang yang dia berhasil balesin dendamnya itu kan ada beberapa episode tapi story SAO dan AO digabung. Oh digabung ya. Ya. Sayang si Sachi dimatikan. Kalau Sachi masih hidup gak akan sama Suna. Sachi itu yang guildnya pertamanya Kirito ya. Satu-satunya guild yang dia masukin ya. Apa nih? Was Kawana go after he forced out teaching 3 years ago.
To get revenge
Yang
on
kena
the
jebakan
bullies.
itu toh Sachi itu.
Maybe Kawana blames the
Jebakan
fact that he had to quit teaching on the
ini ya.
bullies who caused it to happen.
Apa?
Then,
Mimikry
maybe all
ya?
his hatred got aimed at
Mimikry.
Shinya Kawai?
Possible. He was abducted 5 years ago by
Bukan
individuals thought to
jebakan
be his
freezer kan?
acquaintances.
You think one of them was Kuwana-san?
I wouldn't rule it out. RK might have learned
Ya
of
tapi dia
Kawana's
bohong soal
involvement
ke
while searching
guildnya.
for Kawhi.
Alasan itulah yang buat
Maybe they
guildnya
came to
terbunuh.
Ijincho so they could get details on the incident from him?
Yes, that would explain RK's arrival in
Kalau
town as
menurut
well.
gua sih itu
Hold up.
nggak masalah sih.
Individuals who were his acquaintances?
Soalnya level musuhnya sama kayak
Meaning more
Kirito.
people besides Kuwana-san,
Yang
right?
itu pas jebakannya nyala itu kan.
You got it.
Yang jebakannya nyala itu baru menyesuaikan nama si Kirito kan. Iya. Guild levelnya 20 sampai 30 yang Kirito level 50. Tuh cepet banget sumpah Kirito. Grindingnya maut. Apa nih? Evidence we get so far. Ini mungkin?
We already know this.
Oh. The students in the video?
Individuals acquainted with Kawhi. They certainly fit the bill.
But why would they wind up abducting him?
Salah.
Maybe Kawana asked for their help? No. He forced them to.
What makes you say that?
Well, Kawana had this on a secret flash drive, right? But to anyone in this video, it would be their worst nightmare for it to show up
Sebenarnya sih
now.
mana ya?
If it did, it'd be busted.
Kiritonya kan lupa kan ngasih tahu kalau ada
It'd be a real
perangkap.
disaster for them if that got out. They'd probably be done for in the public eye.
Which means this video is Kawana's leverage.
Dan
That's how he got them to go after
teman-temannya yang
Kawhi.
duelnya itu kan kayak bersemangat banget buka itunya
You
tuh.
think this is enough leverage to drive
Buka
people to
petinya.
murder, though? Kawhi was killed, right?
RK is the only
Pas
one saying
Kirito
Kawhi was
udah
murdered. No
ingat
body's been
telat.
recovered yet either.
Akhirnya nyala
Okay,
kan.
hang on. I'm barely keeping up with
Perangkapnya
this.
ya udah
Yeah.
menyesuaikan dengan
It's a
level
bunch of what
tertinggi
ifs
toh.
stacked on top of each other. But there is somebody who could potentially confirm this.
Who'd that be?
Someone in the video. Mamiya, for example. I've
Iya
met
Pak,
with her
jebakan
at
itu
home.
harusnya level manusia sekali
If she
sama
was
guys
involved
level
with
pen
Kawhi's
di
abduction,
areanya.
she
Itulah
could
kenapa
probably
cuma
tell us
Kirito
what we
yang bisa
wanna
ngalahin
know.
semua
I agree.
musuhnya.
Yagami Shi's
Karena
provided a
levelnya
working
setara
theory
gitu
that ties
sih,
together the
makanya langsung
Kamurocho and
meninggal
Ijincho
ya.
incidents. So if we can get Yui Mamiya to corroborate this,
Kira-kira
we
belum
should be able
kedua
to
mau
extract
nonton
even
kok
more
ratingnya
information
nama
from her.
berarti jelek banget dong.
Perhaps even including
nggak tahu kalau ada
Kawano-san's
season 2.
whereabouts.
Yeah. Looks like he hasn't given us the slip just yet.
Man,
Season 2 yang dari
what
mana
was that guy's
dimulainya?
deal?
Miko Shiba and Sawa Sensei's murders, Ahara's alibi, Kawhi's disappearance.
Belum nonton ya yang
Kawana's most
season
likely
2-nya.
tied to everything. We'll get
Cuma
all the
anime
answers
yang
we need
manganya
if we
gue
can
udah
find
baca.
And I guess this is bringing us that much closer?
it. Hopefully. I should go
Season
see
2
you
dari
Mamiya
mana itu?
tomorrow.
You should accompany him,
Awal episodenya
Sugiyoshi.
dimulai.
Considering we seem to be kicking the investigation into high gear.
Masuk ke
With Kaito-san
dunianya
out of
si
commission, I'm
itu
sure
bukan?
Yagami Shi could use a helping
Yang
hand.
pakai spear itu
I'll be fine right
spear.
here.
Ya siapa tuh namanya?
Your call, Tsukumo-kun.
Yang
Cool,
dari
whatever.
setelah
Thanks for
dimensi
letting
lain.
him out, Tsukumo. I'll make sure he comes back in one piece.
Yang sama si
Hey, don't
Kateno
underestimate him
usernya
as a party
dibikinin
member.
ini
He can
gelang
hold his
itu
own if you let
partnernya
him.
yang cewek. Kan terakhir kali kan ini kan ngurusin kura-kura itu mentok-mentoknya. Itu manga atau animenya ya? Belum ada. Aku disuruh bobo. Lalu ngecek keluar dulu guys. Siapa tahu ada side quest tiba-tiba muncul. Tidak ada. Ya, lanjut dulu lah. Season 2-nya yang mana? Kok gua gak inget season 2-nya? Gua terakhir kali season 1 berarti ya setelah dia berhasil ini dong mengembalikan kehormatannya dia ya. Itu yang gue paling inget tuh di situ tuh. Yang kayaknya gue terakhir kali nonton. Wah nggak tahu tuh. Dia level
You know how
1
they say your
berapa
life
HP-nya.
flashes before your eyes when you're dying?
Selamat
That
deh.
shit's real talk.
You saw it all, huh?
Yeah. There I am, bleeding out. And
Kamunya sih
suddenly
yang
I'm
di
getting a
kapal,
third
musuhnya
degree from
cewek di kapal.
Matsugami-san. Back when I was still just a rookie.
Yang mana?
Captain Hamura stares me
Yang
down
bawa
like,
kipas.
time to lose
Di
that
anime sih
pinky.
ada sih kalau yang bawa kipas. Yang di luar itu gua gak tahu
Higashi
ya.
starts
Gua
crying
gak
for
inget.
me. Oh,
Yang
if
di
I'm gonna
manga,
go, I ought to get a better final scene than that
gua
shit,
terakhir
right?
baca itu yang dia
I'm
udah
sure it'll be
nyelamatin
rosier when the time comes for real.
si itu, si
Glad you
siapa?
pulled through, man.
Si yang
Bastard's so
cewek ayam
Next
itu,
time he's
cewek
fucked.
ayam. Itulah
We could
siapa sih
avenge
yang gadis
Sawa-sensei
dari
if it weren't for that stupid ambush.
yang kayak ayam itu loh, yang
You
berubah
didn't tell
jadi
the
cewek.
cops about him, did you?
Had to give the cops a
Padahal yang
statement,
cewek
so
itu
I did.
namanya Ratalia
With
Hilio.
a generous side of
Nah, itu
bullshit.
yang rubah ya. Yang satu
That'll
lagi
get you
kan ada
busted,
lagi
you
toh.
know.
I'm joking. All I said was the truth. That I got knifed by
netes
the
dari
same
telur
twisted
tuh.
fuck who got Sawa-sensei.
In that case, it's only a matter of time until Soma's arrested. So for now, we'll go after Kuwana, the piece that ties it all together. We just have to find him before Okey does.
Season 2.
Kuwana, huh?
Lalu coba cari
He's on my
Ape
shit
no
list too,
Yusa
just so
season
you know.
2.
Huh?
Kuwana must have had some sort of agenda back when he first met us. In fact,
No
it's probably
Yusa.
because you were looking into Mikoshiba. He palled around with me all because of that. I'm just a sucker of the agency, huh?
Season
I
2.
wouldn't say that.
Still, the moment an ass for me to kick turns up, this is the shape I'm in.
Mulai dari mana sih? Gua nonton nggak
Just
ya?
focus on getting better. Tsukuma will stop by later, too.
What? Sugiura gonna give me the cold shoulder?
He and I are off to question Mamiya. He said he'd drive us from Ijincho and everything.
Kayaknya gua belum nonton deh. Nggak tahu juga deh. Udah nggak ya? Udah belum ya? Aku lupa. Lupa aku guys. Kayak nonton tapi lupa. Harusnya sih gue nonton sih. Tapi karena lupa ya. Nanti kurang berkesan lah. Sukino, lah dia kesini dong. Sukino kesini. Dia kerja di sini guys. Temuin lah. Aduh. Ayo.
Great. More of you. Here we go.
Itu gue tak selamatin ya. Kenapa om? Ya makanya jangan di jalan om, sini. Oh jalan buat mobil, bukan buat orang. Iya, kalian si rakun. Yang satunya, yang kayak anak ayam. Ayo, siapa tuh namanya? Kan gue nanya itu, padahal gue tahu si rakun. Oh dia di sini guys. Dia di cafe ini pocket. Mana dia? Weh, lu di sini nang? Filo. Nah itu kayak. Ya tuh gue terakhir baca manga sampai dia diselamatin lah.
Yeah.
Kan beda dunia kan dia. Biar taliannya dapat pedang baru.
Oh,
Kayak senjata suci kayaknya. Atau apa tuh? Pokoknya pedangnya milih tuannya sendiri pokok. Yang dipilih si Raptalia. Terus nyelamatin si Vilo itu. Udah langsung kelihatan dewasa ya. Dengan tampilan gitu. Widih. Masukin dong. Udah dewasa guys. Tampilannya berubah, kelihatan dewasa dia. Kan anak SMA lagi nih.
I'm sorry.
What?
Hah? Dulu. Laptopnya, Mbak. Mbak, laptop ketinggalan tuh. Ya, dihindarin si Yagaminya. Dia lupakah cinta yang pernah bersemi di antara kita? Kenapa kau pergi, Neng?
Tsukino-chan.
Yagami-san.
I'm sorry for last time. I think
Hold on.
suddenly. Oh, oke. Cuma kaget aja. Tiba-tiba langsung beda. Oke, kayaknya gak usah ditanyakan lah alasannya kenapa ya. Masih dia, lu punya dia lu. Dia udah kelihatan dewasa sih. Among the lady. Ini sama yang dia pakai. Saya coba kasih nih.
Thank you so much.
I just want to listen to talk to you. Mak ngobrol doang, Neng. Ya.
Well,
Udah lama ketemu loh, Neng. Udah berapa tuh? Ih. Tapi dia lagi kerja nih. Ganggu dong.
yeah.
Ya udahlah. Pas udah selesai kerja ya, Neng ya. Saya kerja, guys. Jangan mengganggu ya. PDKT tapi tahu diri juga ya kan. Ya, satu kali ini baru kita ke Tsukino lagi. Kalau dia lagi kerja nggak usah diganggu. Oke. Kalau dia nggak bales ya udah ya. Dibales syukur, nggak dibales ya udah. Ya berarti dia ada kepentingan gitu loh. Gimana?
So we off to see Mamiya?
Let's
I'm
go.
ready whenever you are.
Ayo.
Yep, let's go.
Saatnya ya
Alright,
membuat
let's
dia
do this.
mati kutuk ya.
If your theory is accurate, then Mamiya was involved in both Kawai and Mikoshiba's murders. And even if that's off, we can at least learn more about Kawana-san as a teacher.
Mantan pembuli dia ya. Masa lalu kalau udah disiarkan ya masuk ke video, hati-hati Bu. Ya jangan di-share ke internet ya. Jejak digital itu tidak akan pernah bisa hilang. Wah, gak ada orang. Wadah.
Hi, it's Yagami. I dropped by with Genda Law the other day.
Not again.
I have just a few more questions I'd like to ask you.
You told me the last visit would be your only one. Seriously, why do you keep showing up here uninvited? Please, just leave me alone.
I suppose I should mention, I'm here today as a detective, not a lawyer.
So what?
And my partner here is Sugiura. He's with an agency called Yokohama 99.
Never heard of him.
He's based in Ijincho. He's working a case. Maybe you saw it
Pernah
on the news.
denger.
The murder of Serio High teacher Yokosawa, killed in her own apartment. You and Sawa-san were classmates in high school, is that correct? After leaving Kurokawa
Gak
13
jawab,
years ago,
eh?
Sawa-san moved to Ijincho to teach. Are you still there?
What is it you want? I haven't seen Yoko-chan since graduation.
Oh.
Now go. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Maybe you'll remember Kitakata-sensei then. I ran into him at Sawa-sensei's home right before the murder. He was your homeroom teacher at Kurokawa, but resigned after the Mitsuru Kusamoto incident. Just like you, he appears to be connected to Sawa-san.
So why am I being singled out? Can't you just ask someone else?
Mau nggak bisa.
Believe me, it's a long list. But
Bisa,
right
Bu.
now, we're here to find out how Sawa-san got mixed up in all
Anda harus
this.
bantu.
You two weren't
Mau nggak mau
necessarily on
bantu.
bad terms, were you?
Anda
If I
udah.
had to say, we weren't on the best terms either.
How convenient. Because that's a perspective I'd like to hear more about as well.
My husband will be home soon. Can you keep it quick?
I'll give it my best shot.
Exactly. Thanks for hearing us out.
Hold on just a moment.
Gantinya striker main game apa, bro?
Wonder what's going on.
Kayak
You don't think she bolted, do you?
buat ngisi
wouldn't count on
itu
it.
mungkin
Should we ring again?
kalau krisis skor udah keluar main krisis skor sih. Kalau belum
Sorry to keep you waiting. I just wanted to clean up a little.
kalau belum apa ya? Gue belum kepikiran sih. Gue gitu.
Is your son home today?
Mau
He's at
Beseria
English school
tapi
right
yang
now. I have to pick him up soon.
Factory mau coba
Doesn't your husband help with any of that? You said he'd be home soon, right?
Astral Chain gak jadi.
Excuse me, but you are in no
Assassin.
place to make those kinds of comments.
Buat konten aja
Sorry.
sih Astral Chain sih.
Didn't mean to
Daripada ini. Soalnya pendek.
Well, what is it you want to ask?
Dan sekarang udah mulai pakai kata-kata Jepang ya kayak Yoko-chan kita kena sensei. Kalau zaman duluan pasti ditranslate. Ya, udah ini kan, udah global kan juga jadinya kan. Kayak semuanya wibu is global kan. Wibu is a normal gitu. Jadi itu udah biasa ya. Kayak tadi Aniki juga kan nggak di ini tadi. Nggak ditranslate Aniki.
Do you remember Mitsuru Kusumoto?
Yes, we were classmates in high school.
He jumped off the school's roof after his classmate Shinya Kawai bullied him. I hear he's still in a coma, 13 years later.
Weren't you going to ask me about Yoko-chan?
I was, but there seemed to be an awful lot of Kurokawa graduates surrounding this case. And strangely enough, they were all in your class.
Factory panjang masih ada scene kencan juga kan.
As well as a
Ada.
guy named Akhirnya.
Ada pasti.
Remember him?
Well, you're right.
Atau dikosongin
We
lagi.
were in the same class.
And would you say you're all familiar with Mitsuru Kusumoto's situation?
Yes, but
Buat main bebas
That's not a
aja
warm
kalau gitu.
memory for
Ya
any of us.
nyoba-nyoba aja.
I understand. I'm sure it's not.
Berapa hari lagi sih krisis skor keluar? Grouping of started. Nih, pernah ketemu kita
Have you been
kata.
in contact with Kitakata Sensei lately?
Coba
I
nyebutin
haven't.
mereka udah lebih bener pas zaman transisi pas
someone I'd rather
yang
not have
ngomong
in my
Chan
life.
pun masih sering salah sebut.
Are you surprised that he stayed in Ijincho after resigning from the school?
Fire Emblem,
No, not
Swaria,
really.
Tree Hope. Jadi
How
enggak.
about the fact that now he's using
He
an
hopes.
alias?
I had no clue.
Yang mana?
But again, he has nothing to do with me.
Tree Hope yang ini. Yang bukan warrior, yang biasa. Ya lagi-lagi kalau ada yang nemuin gua minimal 5 orang, gua akan mainin. Tapi kalau cuma 2 orang terus pada silent mending gak usah. Senin depan kalau nggak salah tanggal 12. Senin depan tanggal 12 ya, masih ada seminggu lagi berarti. Udah pendek banget ya, kalau ntar diisi game lain malah ini nggak main-main ntar. Yang Beseria PS5 gua masih dari mana ya? Gua udah beli guys yang Beserianya. Ya udah dapet diskonan. Tapi masih dari mana ya? Masih baru sampai baru turun dari kapal yang di awal-awal. Setelah dapat kapal baru sampai ke Pulau Es tuh yang salju no. Udah. Belum gue lanjutin tuh. Karena
The
waktunya
groping was orchestrated, right?
kagak ada.
Excuse you?
When Akihiro Ihara grabbed you on the train, you were in on that, weren't you? The whole thing was a conspiracy.
Kalau
Staged
nggak
to
ganti
play out
game
as a
yang
tape.
ada dulu.
You need to
Kayak
leave.
Rabu sama Kamis
Right
diganti
now.
Zona 5 mah. Nah, itu aja gimana?
No one would even
Kalau gue sih
think to
kepikiran juga kayak gitu
consider
dulu
Predator
sih.
as victim
Soalnya mepet
policy.
banget sama krisis core-nya ya.
But if it was to establish a murder element,
Kalau maksa
it's
masuk
another
game
story,
lain ntar
considering how much lighter the sentence
dia
is.
nggak ada slot
That way,
jadinya.
Ihara got away with killing Mikoshiba, paying only a fraction.
Yang lain gimana ya? Setuju nggak?
But
Untuk
as luck would have
Hope.
it, proving it is going to require
Nalanya-
you to cooperate with us now.
Kalau gue sih sependapat
You
sih.
don't get
Gue pengen gitu.
I'm calling the police. I mean it.
It
Kalau
took me
Parent
quite a long
Warrior
time to
lagi-lagi
figure out
ya
how you and Ihara
minimal
connected.
4 sampai 5 orang nemenin
But
gua.
once I learned Yokosawa attended Kurokawa, it all
Dan nggak
seemed
silent, gua akan
full.
mainin sih.
She was in your homeroom class. She looked after Toshiro Ihara. She was the link to everyone.
Kalau Beseria udah kekejar baru dia lagi
Just
skor
before
sama
I could ask her
Beseria.
her
Oke
name,
masih belum kekejar
murdered
loh.
by Kamurocho.
Jauh juga ya berarti.
That
Gua
same
kira
gang
deket loh,
been
perasaan
hunting
gua
your old
deket loh.
teacher, Kitakata Sensei.
Ternyata jauh
What is it
loh.
you want from me?
Mamiya-san, do you have any idea where Kitakata Sensei could be?
Lo saya
He may be
bener-bener jangan
Kawana
diganti.
the
Oke
handyman,
siap.
but he hasn't answered his work line since Sawa-san's murder.
Lah, ini
I
Kuwana
don't
berarti
know.
ini.
He was my teacher a decade ago. I barely remember his face.
Dia ganti
Well,
wajah
I'm
gitu.
willing to wager Kitakata Sensei still remembers yours. I'll prove
Oh,
it right now.
Warriors. Si Warrior sih ya nunggu ini dong. Nunggu durasi Warrior yang masih panjang itu selesai dong. Nih, lalu
I'm
ingat
sure you know what
mukanya.
this is, Mamiya-san.
A Kurokawa
Orang
yearbook?
bekemis Pokemon aja.
Why do you have one?
Oke lah.
We borrowed it from the scene of Sawa-sensei's murder.
You borrowed it. I highly doubt that's legal. Besides, what does this have to do with Kitakata Sensei?
Ha!
Prabowo
Do
Kemis
you not see it?
Pokemon dulu ya, sampai ntar ada krisis kan berarti
Now, would you
ini
mind showing her the right
selang-seling itu ya. Oke. Gue lupa kalau ada ini. Ya namanya guna forgot Yui Mamiya face. Nih. Masalah lupa sama ini.
See for yourself.
No.
This was recorded at Kurokawa Academy 13 years ago.
Wah, amam lu
Feeling
bu.
nostalgic yet?
Oh mau ngelak-ngelak gue punya. Mana bro?
It was well hidden. Your Kitakata Sensei had it on a USB drive.
Oh, berarti ini mereka
He
nggak tahu
really
ya
didn't want
berarti
this
ya.
thing being seen. The
Krisis
most
kali itu yang di
interesting part
PSP
of the
bukan
day,
dia bener yang di
the very
PSP.
same day Mitsuru Kusumoto
Oh,
jumped
gue
off the
kira
school
ini
roof.
anak-anaknya yang masang kamera gitu
Hanging
loh.
out in the back we see you, laughing and cheering right along with
Ternyata
the other
gurunya
boys.
guys yang masang ya. Jadi dia
Guess it's safe
diem,
to say it's a good thing your family
tapi
wasn't
sebenarnya dia
home.
mau membantu
Wouldn't
guys.
exactly want them seeing
Cuma
this.
pakai caranya sendiri gitu ya.
Has this video come up?
Karena dia mungkin
Has
tahu ya
Kitakata
kalau dia
Sensei ever
ngomong
mentioned to you that he had-
jadinya kayak Busawa itu guys. Gak akan ada yang
Please.
gak ada yang mau bantu. Delete.
Considering the
Oh
angle,
udah gue copy banyak
I get the feeling
ribuan.
that this was recorded
Oh
in secret.
delete, enak aja.
Based on your reaction,
Boleh
did you
delete,
even know it
tapi
existed?
bantu. Kerjasama dulu. Ini guys makanya guys,
You
ini
know what
juga
happened to Mitsuru.
pelajaran ya buat
He's
kita
been in a
semua
coma
ya.
ever since what you did to him that day.
Jaga
But still,
perilaku
only
ya.
one of you took the fall.
Nih
Shinya
akibatnya
Kawai
bisa
took
kayak
the
gini
blame.
guys.
Well, sort of. Being that he got fired, Kitakata Sensei took heat too.
Tuh.
Still, you all
Akibatnya
just
bisa
moved right
panjang
along with
kayak
your
gitu loh,
lives.
bahayanya
You've
itu
got
tuh.
happy little families.
Anaknya denger.
What? Are you expecting someone?
Iya jadi main PS4 terus ada sama Switch.
Mamiya-san?
KTW nanti bakal dukung siapa Gewa Ragnarok atau Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Waduh.
I knew it would happen someday.
Gue tetap God of War sih. Mohon maaf ya. God of War sih tetap. Karena lagi-lagi ya God of War set questnya guys keren-keren semua. Waktu gue. Betul, saat cashnya udah serasa kayak main story story aslinya gitu loh. Dan dengan harga 1 juta tunggal 800 sih worth it banget sih God of War tuh. Oh, rumahnya mohon maaf ya. Rumahnya gua hancurin. Yang pakai pedang itu Goblis kan pernah main satu tes dulu. Yang pakai pedang. Yang mana itu? Mirip Ichigo.
Well, this turned into a shit show.
Gue gak terlalu inget sih kalau yang Crisis Core. Soalnya gue cuma nonton doang, belum pernah main langsung gue guys.
And would you look at that?
Padahal berapa
Our old friend
English
Okey
Core original
showed up
kembali
to play a
sekaligus nostalgia. Wah, si Akhirnya.
So you are all working together.
Pertama dia pakai pedang biasa. Oh si itunya, si karakter utamanya.
What should we do with them?
Kan dia pakai pedang
They're the
biasa
jerks
kan.
who hurt Tsukumo-kun.
Soalnya pedang yang
Break every
busternya itu
finger on their hand. It's still
dipakai sama
won't
si
make you
Angel
win.
kan.
Come on, they may have
Si
known the
Angel.
way.
Kan dia yang bawa pedangnya kan.
I have an old haunt in mind we move this to.
Kan tiga ini ya, 3 pahlawan ya. Sephiroth, Angel, sama siapa
Let's not
satunya?
cause a scene, okay?
Yang rambut merah
I hate
tuh.
for a finger to slip and post this video.
Gue lupa namanya. Yang pingin yang nantang Sephiroth. Kan 3 orang itu, si Angel punya junior ini, si itunya, si siapa ya itu ya, gue lupa namanya.
You think this is
Yang
your
ingatannya
personal
nyampur
jail,
ke
Yagami?
klub.
What
Oh,
makes you think
Genesis,
you
ya,
can keep bringing
Genesis.
captives here?
Well, it's the safest spot we know. Doesn't it feel good to be such a
Tim
reliable friend?
Burton, pesator
Yeah,
Inggris
I think I
lama
should be
record.
cool.
Oh, kalau yang sekarang udah beda ya? Atau masih sama yang di remake tuh?
You think time's the
Yang di
issue?
remake masih Steve
It's
Burton.
about respect, man. What you call? We kicking him out?
Ketemu lagi sama dia.
Oh, quick bit of news.
Tidak
Higashi-san,
sisan.
Kaito-san got shanked in Yokohama.
What?
Kingdom
What the
Hearts
fuck?
semuanya kena kopi
Kaito
kanan
Aniki?
guys. Sampai Bunjito
By who?
semuanya kena.
You'll know once
Musik,
I've done explaining.
karakter kena
Let me
semua.
introduce you to Mamiya-san first.
Yang bahaya
She
musiknya.
called up her friends to come after us just a little bit ago.
Setiap sudut kena.
Yeah.
Musiknya
And I do it
nyala
again.
kena.
I don't give a shit about that. What happened to Aniki?
Ada cara Project
better
G,
pay him
Project
back
Genesis.
already, Yagami.
Oh. Itu Kingdom Hearts ya. Mau dari seri
Fuck
yang
those
manapun
arcade
kena semua.
assholes. And how could Aniki have let him get to him like that?
Now that
Setelah
Higashi-san's up to speed, should we get to it?
strike-nya nggak
Imagine
main-main ya.
Mamiya-san doesn't want to drag
Strike
this
Disney soalnya.
What do you intend to do with me?
First, you'll tell us everything you know.
Denoka.
Decide how to deal
Iya,
with you
punya tuh.
afterward.
Dan opening sama ending OST Kingdom Hearts aman sih. Ya aman, tapi karakter kena. Ya sama aja. Kita interogasi dia.
Then let's get this over with.
Ini suruh inilah, bullying inilah.
Let's start with the video.
Kan dia diambil
Ini
aja sama
file
Square
security.
Enix kecuali lagu-lagu spesial
I
Disney.
found it on a flash drive in
Tetap aja gak aman, sama aja.
Or should
Square
I
Enix
say,
sama Disney mah
Kawanis.
sama aja.
I take it that means he's the one who recorded it.
Yes.
That means Kawana already knew back then the rest of you were bullies too?
Capek. Kalau udah
Yes.
kena gitu-gitu tuh capek sih.
If that's the case, then why was Shinya Kawai the only student thrown under the bus for it? Kawana-san didn't show that tape to anyone else?
We had no idea we were even being taped. We didn't find out about the video, or the reason he sat on it so long until way after graduating.
Why exactly did
Terus
he sit
berarti
on
gue
it for
juga
so
punya
long?
rencana sih guys. Kalau
Tidak,
nih
Hasan
channel
said
udah
he
bisa
had it
ini ya, udah bisa kena.
So he could teach
Kena
us for the
monetas
rest
sih.
of our lives.
Gue sih mungkin akan main
If
game-game
that
yang
video came out at the time of
ada
the
kopi
incident,
kanannya, tapi
I'm sure
kalau cuma
life
lagu
would have
doang
been
sih
hard for us then. After all,
gak masalah sih.
Kawhi was exposed.
Tapi kalau
so
sekarang
long,
sih gue
and
belum
that would
berani
mean
sih.
millions of yen in
Karena gue
compensation
mau
for damages.
membuat channel ini
Yeah,
bersih
but
dulu
you
lah.
guys could have wound up in the same boat.
No.
karena belum ini ya,
And mostly would have
biar
come across
nggak
as dumb kids he roped into
ada
hell.
masalah pas
We might have
waktu
caught some
ininya jadi
flack.
partnernya. Kalau udah
But people
bisa
would chalk
dimonetisasi
up
sih,
kids and their
mungkin gue
cliques
bisa
and
pikirin
move
lagi
on.
sih. Sebenarnya sih gue tertarik
But
dia
that's
main
only how it would have
Indonesia
gone if it had come out while we were still teenagers.
You're saying circumstances
dari
are different now?
dulu sih ya, pas
I have a
zamannya
child now.
di Jumber main sih,
An upskill
si Han main sih sebenarnya gue pengen
If the
main sih.
world sees that tape
Cuma
now,
kopi kanan
and
gak
what do
jadi.
you think would happen to my son? The son of a woman
Masih
who drove a
terlalu
kid to attempt suicide. His life
Gini
would be
untuk
ruined.
dimainkan game-gamenya kopi kanannya mengerikan gitu.
Recording is more than kids being cruel. Mitsuru jumped from the school roof that very night and is still in a coma today.
Kalau mati siang kurang bilang pakai calon dami aja.
Get it.
Kalau
You
kena
have
ya
that
jangan
much more
main.
to lose now than when you were a kid.
Same for all my classmates. Kurokawa Academy is a prestigious school. After all, most graduates go off to great universities,
Kalau gue sih
land high-paying
ini
jobs.
aja
One
nunggu
started
kalau
his own
game sih ya,
company.
biar si di Jumber dulu yang main sih, Hans biar
They're all in
main.
your position too, huh?
Dia
That
responnya
video gets
dia
out, they lose everything.
pasti kena tuh.
Exactly.
Dia pasti
You
bilang
get it
wah
now.
ya udahlah
waited
guys
for
gitu
all
loh.
of us to get what we wanted in life,
Copyright
just so
lah.
he could threaten to take it all away. And
Copyright
when
dong.
that time came, he started contacting us. Every student you see in that video.
When was the first time Kawana approached you?
5 years ago. I was out on a walk with my son.
Tapi betul di Windows
He came strolling
seorang
up
seks ya. Misalnya kalau bukan VSK
At first,
sering
I really
diberhentiin
recognized
tengah jalan gameplaynya. Masa?
His eyes were so hollow.
Masa gitu?
Then without so much as a word, he took out his phone and
Berarti
played that
parah
video.
dong itu.
He's a psychopath.
Well, all you kids
Kalau
thrown
sampai
into Mitsuru
diberhentiin
look
berarti
pretty
copyrightnya udah
psychopathic
copyright
to me.
And you're so
serasa strike tuh.
an angel who never
Copyright
once acted
berat
out
berarti.
of line. Never lashed out at someone weaker than you or sided with the group to shut someone out. Everyone does it.
Yang ibaratnya yang punya konten berarti nggak
We were
mau
just
berarti.
lucky enough to have some
Tidak
crazy
mengizinkan kan?
picking on some kid who couldn't take it. Why did this have to
Sampai
happen
berhenti
to
kayak
me?
gitu.
I'd say it's because bad things happen to bad people.
Cuma kadang berhentiin karena
You'll
nggak
sling your
suka.
barbs from a safe distance, but once you're on the other
Ini
side,
fansnya yang
curl up
berhentiin.
and play victim.
Fansnya sendiri.
You said it was
Oh.
5 years ago that Kuwana showed you the video?
Personal 5
Reminds me
aman
of
tapi
something
kok bisa
Shirosaki
personal 4
Sensei was
kena
looking
gimana
into.
tuh? Waduh nggak tahu tuh.
There was this guy. I think his name was Shinya
Mungkin
Kawai.
cuannya belum
Something
ini
about him
mungkin
getting snatched off the
nggak
streets
seindah
5 years
cuan di
back.
Persona 5 mungkin. Makanya masih dikenain. Oke, jadi tadi tuh ini guys ya, si Kuwana bilang kalau Kuwana bilang si mbaknya ini bilang ya, kalau si Pak Kuwana itu ya yang merekam video tadi itu dia tuh mengontak semuanya guys ya. Berarti bener-bener dia itu ini ya nargetin semua pelakunya yang ada di video itu ya untuk mengaku dan ini bertanggung jawab lah.
Then it was you guys. You're the ones who abducted him in Kamurocho and murdered him.
No, it wasn't us. We could never do something like that.
Wasn't us, huh? So you're not denying he was murdered after all? Who was it then?
All Sensei told us was to find Kawai somewhere in
Atau enggak mungkin
Kamurocho.
ini mbiasanya ya, biasanya kalau
No matter what it took.
Persona 4 kan
Did Kawana tell you what he
Ini,
wanted
ya.
with him?
He needs to be there when
Ibaratnya
you all
lagi-
beg for forgiveness. Is all we said.
ininya lah
And if we refused,
booming-boomingnya dia
He
lagi
leaked the
mungkin
video.
nigianu lah ya.
so we all went to see
Makanya
Kawai, but he wanted nothing to
Copyrightnya
do
lagi
with Sensei.
ketat-ketatnya tuh.
Considering he'd cost him everything, that came as no
Tapi
surprise.
mungkin di Persona 5 udah
Doing nothing would cost the rest of you everything.
mulai
too.
melunak lah.
Yes. So we get to force him into our van. After he put up a fight.
Persona 3 Fest
Yeah.
gua nggak tahu sih.
That lines
Yang
up with
udah
what the
pernah main,
local eyewitnesses said.
yang pernah nyoba untuk
So
ini,
then what happened?
kena
Nobody's
nggak
heard
tuh
from the guy
copyrightnya Persona
since.
3?
We were directed to bring him to a wharf in Yokohama. And that's where we begged for forgiveness. After that, he said we were free to go.
Oh, udah pernah ketemu.
So you left him there alone with Kawana?
We had to. The day after, I got a message on my phone from Sensei.
What did it say?
Nothing. There was only a video. It was of all of us. Pushing Kauai.
Kauai ini yang dicari sama RK.
Turns
Yang 5
out he
tahun lalu
recorded
hilang ya.
what we did in the city. You can see all our faces so clearly.
Udah ada dia, guys.
Kauai's mouth as he screamed for help. Even if you know all the backstory, the video is a clear-cut abduction. As I was watching it the first time, another message came in.
Oh, berarti Kuwana tahu.
This time, a picture.
Gimana si Kauai, guys?
When I saw it, I just went cold. That's when I knew I would never be able to escape him. It was a picture of Kauai. Dead. Anyone who saw those messages would think we killed him after shoving him into the van.
And that's how he got his real leverage on his
Jadi kok
former
ngirim foto
students.
Kauai yang udah meninggal, guys ya?
Since then, we've been at his beck and call.
Berarti udah kayak ancaman ya,
No
kalian
matter
gak
what
akan
he
bisa
tells us to
lari
do,
gitu.
we wouldn't dare refuse him.
He's giving you orders?
That man, he forces us to help him, but he makes us accomplices to murder.
Murder?
Oh. They being forced to help Kuwana kill people. This jet is funny cracking wide open. Wow. Kuwana bunuh orang, guys. Oke, berarti tadi yang dibilang sama si mbaknya ini kan ya. Jadi mereka yang tadi di video itu udah ketemu sama si Kuwana, guys. Di suatu tempat ya, berkumpul, mereka minta maaf semuanya. Tapi mereka balik, tinggal si Kauai doang itu yang ketinggal. Nah, setelah balik, kejadian itu tadi yang diculik dia itu ya. Terus ditemukan meninggal, ya kan? Nah, ternyata si Kuwana itu melihat semua, dia ngirim video, ngirim foto si Kauai itu udah meninggal ya ke semua orang-orang yang ada di video tadi yang membuli si Mitsuru itu tadi ya. Itu dia. Terus dia dipaksa kata dia untuk membantu Kuwana ya, membantu pembunuhan si pembunuh gitu loh. Yang ini si Yagami mikir Kuwana ini yang bunuh orang gitu loh.
What the hell? Murder who exactly?
Any bullies involved in suicides. That's who Sensei's got it in for. Anyone he can find across the country. He doesn't even care how old the case is. If a student commits suicide, and bullying is suspected as the cause, he'll turn up. As far as I know, counting Kauai, I think he's killed at least 7 people.
Udah 7 orang yang dibunuh, guys.
How's he doing
Dan
this?
semuanya para pembuli ya.
So his idea of justice is killing bullies? Across the entire country?
He said that's the only way we can atone. Anyone who drives someone to suicide must always
Sampai
face
ini guys ya,
justice.
lintas kota
Until
loh.
society comes to terms with this, he says we'll keep getting our hands dirty.
Kalau dia dengar ada pembuli, dia langsung
We might
menuju
be
ke sana
able to
untuk
save the
membunuh,
next
guys.
few Mitsurus before it's
Dengan
too late.
alasan keadilan ya.
Not sure I should say this out loud, but I'm kind of rooting for this guy now.
Yeah, let's not.
So was
Dan
the
total
murder of
7 orang
Hiro
udah dibunuh.
Mikoshiba part of that agenda? We know Mikoshiba drove the Hara-san to
P3
suicide
aman,
4
cuma
years
kayak
prior.
nanya P3
That has
Fest
to be why
adalah
Kawana let a
partinya
hard
gak
murder.
bisa kita kendaliin.
Now
Jadi
you found your
harus
role
pakai
in
taktik banget.
establishing his
Mungkin itu
alibi.
juga alasan
Not just
kenapa
me.
juga table yang kena pot
Grabbing
ulang bukan
Mikoshiba
Fest.
required a good number of people.
Oh, P2
All
P
the people who
1
pinned
aman.
Ihara down.
Si
And
aman.
even the ones who
Nggak tahu,
filmed it,
aku
they were
gak
working
main.
for
Kan
Sensei.
udah tahu loh, gue baru main
So
dapet
that's how it went down.
P4 Golden masih
We had an
awal-awal.
unspoken agreement that we
Persona
wouldn't
5
directly
baru
take part in
tuh.
any killing.
Dua niat
He
tuh.
just makes us his accomplices somehow. Like luring a target or digging a hole for a body. But the one thing we can't ever do is turn him down. If we do, he'll send his video of us abducting Kauai to the police.
Oh?
And then Kauai's body will turn up with our fingerprints all over his corpse. And we know that because he's hidden Kauai's corpse in a freezer somewhere.
Gila sih.
Preserving one of his murder victims?
Ngeri banget.
So as long as he has that, you're wrapped around his finger.
Nantikan di port ke semua konsol. Oke. Kenapa di port ya? Go where with just one of many. And behind hand Koana pulling the string all along.
Sounds to me like Kiwanis had one thing on his mind for 13 years. Sitting on that video and becoming an Ijincho handyman was all in service of his real motive.
Tapi karena dia juga Musawa jadi meninggal loh
He's
guys.
dragged all his former students into this hell until the day it destroys every single one of you.
Is today that day?
Pantesan di awal-awal dia kayak nyuruh kita tuh menjauh ya.
Though, if you don't mind.
What?
There were these scumbags chasing
Nggak
down
usah ikut campur lah gitu.
Okey. What part did they play? Strangely enough, they never came up once during your confession. So tell me, why'd they come for Yokosawa?
That I don't know for certain. But Sensei did reach out to Yoko-chan about 6 months ago over the phone. He was asking her about the suicide at Serio High.
The suicide at Serio High.
Oh.
You must be talking about Toshiro Ehara.
The lawsuit played out like no bullying took place, right? That the school wasn't responsible. But Yoko-chan was a teacher there, and Sensei was able to get the truth out of her.
Informannya berarti guys ya, si Busawa tuh informannya si
From
Wana
Yoko-chan's
guys.
perspective, she and Sensei were both just teachers dealing with students attempting suicide. I think that's why she let her guard down and told them everything. After learning the truth, Sensei believed Mikoshiba needed to be held accountable.
So if Sawa-sensei hadn't talked to him, Ehara wouldn't have gotten involved? And none of this would be happening in Ijincho?
Possibly.
No, this isn't right. Sawa-sensei didn't know Kawana's identity or his objectives. She thought she was just talking through her problems with a sympathetic ex-teacher. At the very least, she sure as hell didn't deserve to die for that!
It's not like we're the ones who did it.
Who is it?
Block number.
Oh, block number guys.
Hello?
Yo, know who this is, Yagami?
Kawana?
Yeah,
Dia nelpon guys.
I heard you're looking for me.
Ya iyalah pengen nonjokin lu.
I'm willing to meet you now if you come alone. But you have to let Mamiya go in exchange.
Dia tahu loh.
What?
Alright. She's free as soon as I see you.
Works for me. Then come on down to your office. I thought I'd let myself in.
What?
Gotta say, this chair's pretty comfy.
Pretty sure I locked up behind me when I left.
Listen, I'll only meet you alone. No one else.
Dia udah di
And
kantor
don't
guys.
make me wait long,
Dia udah di
or I can
Yokohama.
change my mind.
Di kantornya siapa? Kantornya
He told
dia
me to
sendiri
meet
atau
him below.
kantornya dia sendiri?
You can let Mamiya-san go once I confirm he's there.
You gonna be alright by yourself?
Enggak sih.
Well, he already knows Mamiya-san's with us.
Lu pengen
Guessing he
bantu?
was watching us from somewhere.
Jagain si Mamiya
I
ya.
can't afford to do anything
biar
that would
kerja
piss him
gitu.
off enough to make him disappear.
Berapa kali lu pelongo doang?
Oh, we'll take care of this end of it. Shouldn't you move your ass?
Ini semakin ribet aja guys sini. Sumpah ini sekuanan doang ini. Oke. Jadi intinya si Kuana ini kunci utama dari semuanya guys. Ya. Dia yang paling tahu semuanya. Dan kemungkinan besar dia juga yang pembunuhnya ya. Oh ini di ini toh. Gue kira di ini gue. Kita di Ijincho kita. Kita di kampung halaman pak. Yang paling bawah tuh nggak bisa. Nggak ada quest ya. Ada. Lu kos-kosan lu sih gampang dibobol, Yagami. Iya guys. Was, jebakan. Oh, tuh. Weh, lu.
Hope you don't mind, I let myself in.
Buat mana lu, jendela ya?
Now are you gonna hold up your end and release Yui Mamiya? Come on.
Tatapan
You
benci
and I
guys.
can either try to make this work,
Nggak dijawab
or
sama
neither of
Yagami
us
loh.
is gonna get what we want. So, you gonna make the call or what?
Hello?
Marah ya dia.
Yagami-san?
I'm with Kawana. You can let Mamiya-san go.
Got it. Will do.
Sorry about all this, Yagami.
Gak ada
Why
malu
don't you
dulu.
sit down? Maybe it's time you and I had a heart-to-heart. How's Kaito holding up?
Kaito-san's recovering in the hospital. For now. Sawa-sensei is another story, though.
I can hardly believe it. She was the last person I wanted to get mixed up in all this shit.
If that's the case,
Beda banget ya.
why were you already
Mukanya
waiting in
sama
her
yang
apartment?
di foto ini.
RK's top men were lying in wait over there to get their hands on you. So why was she the one lying on the ground? Answer me, Kawana. Was it because of you?
Would you feel better if it was?
How dare you?
You're thinking that if you hadn't stuck your nose in her affairs, she might be at home grading her papers right now. You tell me, is that what's eating away at you right now? Because if it is, you're mistaken.
Jumpa lagi kita disalahin.
That guilt is mine alone to bear. It's my burden to carry.
Gara-gara
When I
kita,
saw on the news that
gara-gara
she had
kita
been
guys ya
murdered in cold
terlalu
blood,
ini.
it felt like the whole
Jadi-
world had stopped spinning to me. I would take it all back right now if I could. But
Sawah jadi
unfortunately,
kena imbasnya gitu loh.
to fix this, I'd need to turn the clock back further than you'd think.
You mean back to when you were a school teacher?
Yeah, basically. Back to when I still had a little faith in humanity.
Berarti dia ini dong.
Seeing someone's life
Apa
get
tuh?
cut short,
Operasi
you never
plastik.
really bounce back from it, do you? But I don't have to tell you that. I did my homework on you, Yagami. It seems you were a fairly accomplished lawyer. You even scored a murder acquittal. But we both know how that ended. The death of an innocent young woman.
Wah, dulu nih.
You and I are the same. We both have scars. And they're the type of scars that never fully heal.
Beda lah.
Yeah. Maybe you're
Lu
right.
pembunuh, Yagami bukan.
For Sawa-kun, it was 13 years
Walaupun ada
ago.
beberapa hal emang mirip sih.
The very day before Mitsuru Kusamoto jumped, she stopped me in the hall so she could tell me about how serious the bullying really was. Up until that day, I just assumed it was boys being boys, teasing. I figured it was harmless, that they'd get bored with it, and then they'd move on.
Oh.
I mean, come on. Kawai had to have been twice the size of Mitsuru.
Ya, jadi awalnya dia
It's
cuma
not like
mikir
I've seen
ya.
any fighting.
Kalau di dalam dia cuma
So I
kayak
warned him not to
ya
overdo it.
guyonan antara laki gitu
Eventually
guys.
he would take the hint.
Guyonan
According to
doang
what I
gitu.
was
Ternyata
told,
lebih dari
you
itu.
smirked, actually.
Yeah, I guess that's what I did. I was too late. Sawa-kun had to point it out. Sensei, how could you be so blind? She asked. Her eyes were this piercing mix of pity and scorn. According to what she told me, nearly half the class was bullying Mitsuru. She said she'd seen him at the station. She made it sound like he had half a mind to jump onto the tracks right then and there. I'm not so presumptuous anymore. But back then I used to think my students were my biggest fans.
Beda guru berarti guys.
I thought I'd won their hearts and minds. But the look on Sawa-kun's face that day made me see the truth. I couldn't just go on smiling like nothing happened. So I decided to do my homework. The next day, I put a hidden camera in the classroom after school.
Oh, itu tuh. Oke. Akhirnya setelah laporannya Bu Sawa itu ya, yang pas dia masih di SMA guys, si Kuana ini akhirnya masang kameranya tadi tuh yang berhasil ngerekam pembulian itu tadi tuh.
So you admit that you're the one who recorded that video?
Setelah pulang sekolah ya.
You saw it, right? Talk about the ugly side of kids. Hard to watch, wasn't it? Unfortunately, by the time I picked up the camera and saw what it recorded, Mitsuru had made his jump. I missed him by a few crucial moments. What happened in that classroom was the final straw.
Ini si Mitsuru ini guys, yang sekarang
Later
masih
on,
koma
all the
guys.
bullies were asked what happened. Each and every one of them lied. Kawai started it. It wasn't our idea, they said. To anyone outside of it, all they'd seen was Kawai forcing
SMA
Mitsuru to
udah
do
kayak
his
gini mukanya ya.
bidding. So the people held
Ini
culpable
nggak lulus berapa tahun nih.
were Kawai and myself. The callous homeroom teacher who deliberately turned a blind eye. That was the day I began living my life with real purpose.
So you couldn't forgive your students who got away with bullying. You went so far. You put aside your own life to make sure they atoned somehow.
That's right. Mitsuru Kusumoto's still a vegetable. He's as good as dead. But I don't care. We have no right to forget about him.
Waduh.
You say that, even though Sawa-sensei ended up paying for it.
Dia udah telan nama kebenciannya dia guys ya.
I'll ask you again. Why were you at her apartment the other day?
Nah,
Don't dodge the question this time.
Oke, mantap Yagami.
I wouldn't say I dodged
Tanyain
it.
itu. Kenapa dia ada di
But
apartemen
I
itu?
suppose I should explain from the beginning.
Siap, silakan.
4 years ago, there was a suicide at Sawa-kun's school. It was her own student this time.
Suicide?
You know this, right?
Oh iya ini,
The
Toshiro
student at
Ehara ya.
Serio High School? Toshiro Ehara.
Yeah.
When she was in court, Sawa-kun had no choice but to say there wasn't any bullying. Soon as she told me that, I knew Hiro Mikoshiba would be my next target. Of course, she had no idea about any of that. When Sawa-kun learned Mikoshiba had been murdered, though, she reached out to me herself.
What did she want?
She had a sneaking suspicion that I was involved in his death. She called me a few times, prodding carefully for answers. Quite the perceptive lady, really.
And? What kind of answers did you give her?
I denied any knowledge of it, but at one point, she mentioned something kind of odd. That there was a detective at the school already investigating the incident.
Huh?
She meant you, of course. A detective already knee-deep into the case, despite the police barely even knowing about Mikoshiba.
Oke. Alright. Ternyata ya, yang mengontak dulu itu busawanya guys. Karena feelingnya ya itu kuat banget mengatakan kalau wah ini jangan-jangan si Pak Kuwana ini ada hubungannya sama terbunuhnya Mikoshiba gitu loh. Dia langsung ngontak, nelpon berapa kali, dia ketemu, dia menanyakan tapi si Kuwana mengelak ya. Dan akhirnya dia cerita soal si Yagami ini gitu loh. Yang coba menggali informasinya di awal-awal dulu guys ya. Itu.
The police are a pain in the ass. But when an out-of-town detective comes sniffing around, that's bad. I knew I had to act fast to get you off the trail. Although, Sawa-kun was a problem too. I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone.
And then what?
First, I found out where the two of you would be meeting up, at that little cafe.
Oh, dia awal-awal kita ketemu mamanya ya.
To step in. But you put up one hell of a fight.
Oh dia yang hajar.
But you would have taken out the whole group if I hadn't stepped in. Nonetheless, my
dia
other
yang
message
menghajar
went
guys.
through. At the same time,
Mamam tuh.
Sawakun was handed a photo of Mikoshiba's final moments. I left that task to someone you know, Yue Mamiya.
Oh, dia ketemu
They hadn't
Yue
seen each
Mamiya.
other in 13 years. Sawakun had no idea.
The lady in the
Itu Yue
sunglasses.
Mamiya, guys.
Yui Mamiya was involved in that too?
Everything I did that night was intended as a warning to Sawakun. Although, I guess I didn't have to be so extreme about it.
Yeah. Sawa-sensei was
Oke.
too smart.
Jadi semuanya itu katanya untuk mau ini guys ya, menghentikan kita si Yagami berusaha biar nggak ikut campur lagi gitu loh. Ditakut-takutin gitu loh maksudnya, disuruh berhenti kitanya, makanya diserang mulu gitu loh. Beri topeng tadi dia juga nih. Semuanya nyerang kita dia jangan-jangan.
I couldn't bear the thought of dragging her down into the
Yang
mess I
hire.
started, so I scared her off.
Berarti dia udah mengakui guys ya kalau dia yang membunuh ya.
The day she was killed,
Dia
she called to
membunuh
ask if we could speak in
Mikoshiba,
person.
tapi bukan langsung
I
dengan
could tell
tangannya dia ya,
something
dia
was
nyewa
wrong.
guys.
She was on the verge of tears. the whole
Meng-hire
call. Then she broke down.
Yakuza dan geng ya.
I asked her why, of course, but she wouldn't give me a straight answer no matter how I tried to phrase the question.
So then what? Did you just waltz on over there? It doesn't seem like you.
Watch it.
Huh?
You don't know me well enough to say that.
Maybe. But I assume you had some sort of plan going in. Were you gonna confess to her?
Here's the thing. If she'd figured out that I was behind Mikoshiba, and it didn't sit well with her, I would have told her every last detail. Sawakun, no. I think she would have understood me. Or at least that's what I had believed. In hindsight, I think she was forced to make that call. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure she'd have rather washed her hands of me.
Gak tau dari mana dia bakal setuju.
Hard as it is to hear, I think she called me under duress. RK probably had her hostage. That would explain the vague responses. That's
Ini udah
probably why
dipukul
her
sama
voice was
si ini ya,
trembling.
si siapa tuh?
It's tragic.
You mean it was RK? Why do they want you so badly anyway?
I don't know.
What?
If I knew their angle, I'd be doing more than just scurrying around.
You serious?
Believe me, I'm just as clueless as you are, much as I hate to admit it. Honest, I'm not thrilled that a small army wants my head on a platter. Have you noticed how RK seems to show up at the worst possible times? Someone must be pulling their strings.
Then we're on the same page. At least we agree on something.
Oke.
Just a sec.
Dia nggak tahu guys penyebabnya kenapa dia diincer sama RK, dia nggak tahu loh.
I'm still over here with Yagami-san. You're not being tailed by any of his
Berarti
guys, are you?
siapa yang meng-hire si RK ini?
Okay. Then I'll meet you right now. That was Mamiya-kun. She said she's free. You guys have been true to your word. Tell Sugiura-kun that I said thank you.
Now you want to go? We still have some business to settle.
Gue punya perasaan jelek nih guys.
Now remember, I'm the handyman here. Let me do the dirty work. I don't know what else to tell you. But you need to get out while you still can.
If you disappear into the night, I don't want to go busting my ass just to find you again. Before you leave, I'll need some contact info. A phone number would be nice.
Oh, no need for that. As far as I'm concerned, this is goodbye.
Woi, udah kayak Batman aja. Gue juga bisa. Let's go, Wana. Enak aja lu. Main pergi-pergi aja. No defense belum nonjokin lu. Cerita boleh ada kesamaan ya, tapi lu salah tetap salah. Gak mau. Pak, minggir pak, jangan main HP tengah jalan pak. Kalau nggak ingin dilompatin orang ya pak ya. Oh, satu dibilangi, satu muncul lagi. Pak, kebarannya kasih tahu pak. Aduh, liru. Dirundang guys. Lewat. Hehehe. berisik ah. Allahu Akbar. Kenapa masang papa di situ? Enggak. Gue never give up. Walaupun sejauh apapun gue akan kejar lu. Yagami kok nyerah. Masalah gini-gini empuk. Lu udah pernah lawan pembunuh kayak gini nih. Cuma lu ini. Mantan guru lu. Lempar. Aku minum dulu. Mana deh? Oke. Santai guys. Stamina kita tuh. Ini kena gak tuh? Gak kena. Jauhan guys. Nah, udah capek dia. Ayo lo. Mana dia? Ayo, capek kan lu? Semacam memayak Yagami. Stamina baja nih bang. Nah, ayo lo. Berteriak kan paru-paru.
Catch you later. Get back here.
Lolos lagi guys. Hilang dah. Di sini hilang sih.
Where'd he go?
Awas belakang. Dipukul lu, awas. Hati, mobil tuh hitam tuh. Waspada mobil. Tiba-tiba keluar nih ada nih. Oh jadi tuh. What? Wah, udah lari dia guys. Udah dihalangin gini.
You guys again. You really need the masks. Come on, Kurokawa kids.
Ketahuan lo.
You heard that, right? The detective here already knows everything.
Kawana!
What are you going to do now? What do you think happens when he spills everything? Sounds like your lives are over, unless you shut him up.
Lu makin ngeselin ya. Jadi orang.
But Sensei, you'll finish the job for us, right?
Huh? Is that you, Okey?
Bangun lagi dia.
Oh, he's even got a name to your voice.
Answer me, Sensei!
I know. I'll be the one to finish it. You just knock him out.
Okay.
Mas, berhenti mas.
Time to learn your lesson!
Gue kasih saran nih.
Come on. What kind of lesson is this?
Belum ada bonyok ya. Jangan salahkan saya ya. Masih bisa. Lo mamam tuh pantat mobil ya. Ya lari guys. Si Kawana. Cuma.
Oh no, Kawana!
Kan udah diberitahu mas. Udah dikasih saran buat gak usah ganggu. Ini siapa nih? Kameramen siapa nih? Hehe. Oh no! Yagami! Nice!
Really?
Jangan kena serangan dari belakang kedua kalinya ya. Nah, si Yagami lu udah membangkitkan hakimu. Akhirnya udah bangkit guys setelah dikeroyok sama grup RK ya. Ya, Yagami punya haki sekarang. Aman nih. Serangan belakang udah gak mempan guys. Selama dia bisa fokus ya. Hakinya langsung nyala.
13 years in the past, Mitsuru Kusumoto plunged himself into a coma, sealing his fate alongside Kuwana's. Ridden by guilt, Kuwana sets off on a path of vengeance, and the bullies he drags with him are shackled to the shadows. However, Yokosawa's murder serves as a deadly wake-up call to what he's done.
Karena penyerangannya amatir, coba yang di belakangnya si Soma. Kelar udah. Iya sih. Udah ini ya, dia punya silent step ya. Soalnya pembunuh-pembunuh sih pasti udah belajar silent step sih. Foto semuanya, mamam lo, foto semuanya.
What are you doing?
Jaminan hidup gue.
Getting your identification on record.
Gitu ya, dan kalian udah nggak bisa lolos lagi, ya kan? Selamat ya, kalian akan dapat rumah baru.
And I think you owe us after
dapat
everything you've
tiket
done.
gratis
Expect me
ya
to come collect one of these days.
ke Hotel Prodeo. Ya. Yang mati ya. Alah sendiri yo, ini tumpangannya udah datang nih. Mau angkut gak?
Carriage awaits, Mamiya-san.
Don't tell me we're going back to that dingy arcade.
We sure are. But try not to hold a grudge. It wasn't us who abandoned you.
Dikasih kesempatan dia malah ini. Nah, balik lagi ke sini ya. Nah.
Higashi, you already called Sari-san and the gang, right?
Yeah.
Sari-san the gang.
They said they'll head over when they're ready.
Did Shirosaki-sensei say anything?
Well, she was pretty stunned when I told her who Kuwana really is and what he's up to.
Sounding a little smug there, Higashi-san. Taking credit for the detective work you didn't even do? Back me up here, Yagami-san.
Whatever, man. Kuwana got away, and that's all that matters. Still, the task in front of us is finishing Sari-san's case. We have to clear up Akhirnya's crime once and for all.
Ya, tapi gue masih penasaran ya, RK tuh nyari apa gitu loh.
Finally, I'm ready to get some answers. Well, we still got time till Shirosaki-sensei gets here. Why don't you take a break, Yagami-san?
Huh? That'd be okay?
Sure. I'll call you once everyone's here.
Okay.
Yeah, a break sounds good.
By the way, Higashi, has anything unusual gone down in Kamasho lately? Anything involving RK?
Yeah, about that. My guys are saying things have been a little too quiet since yesterday. Soma and Akutsu are out in Ijincho too. When they come back, they're in for a rude awakening. And they can pay for what they did to Kaito Aniki.
Make them pay? Aren't your Yakuza days behind you now?
That's not the Yakuza in me talking. That's just a problem I'm gonna be the solution for.
Isn't that exactly what a Yakuza would say?
Fine. Think of it as getting revenge for a brother.
Okay, jadi
doing the right thing, damn it.
Yeah, maybe it's just how you're putting it.
Para geng RK yang
What's it matter if I
pukulin kita
was
udah balik ke sini guys ya, ke
I
Ijincho
got my
udah
own
pulang.
code, and I'm gonna do right by
Kasih pengen balas dendam ya.
Whatever you say. Much as things change, they stay the same.
Oke. Kan suruh killing time ya. Suruh muter-muter saja. Tapi tidak mungkin dia muter-muter saja. Suruh pulang ya kan. Daripada pulang, yuk kita kencan dulu sekali guys, ya kan. Isezaki Ijincho. Kita kencan sama Sukino sekali, terus baru. Oh. Dia ada di mana tuh? Nah, sini. Taksi paling dekat ini. Yokohama 99. Ini juga dekat. Tapi kayaknya ini deh. Nah, tinggal jalan aja bisa bang. Males kan duit banyak. Masih ke atas dong. Wah ini tempat grinding. Wah kena nih kan. Yang belakang bawa dulu. Uang berjalan, ada uang berjalan guys. Uang berjalan 50.000. Saya Yagami. Mantap kap tuh. Enak om, lagi. Oke. Weh, nyerang mana om? Hei. Gila, gue udah belajar tinju nih. Nah mana lu?
Really guys?
Gila, Yagami the boxer nih sekarang. Aja. Waduh, boleh. Mati. Nyerang belakang. Wih, sorry mas. Ini gara-gara ini gue bisa haki nih. Mamam. Oh, ngapain om? Wih, oke. Cek. Itu guys, manfaat dalam belajar bela diri ya kan, untuk melindungi diri ya, bukan buat berantem ya kan. Hitungannya ini kan bela diri kan. Gila, kerja sampai malam.
Tsukino-chan.
Yagami-san.
Kayak ini aja, sinetron aja. Tsukino-san, Yagami-san. Bawa dia lagi. Kasih boneka mau gak ya?
Thank you so much. Okay.
The company that 3 years ago gotten out of hoax.
Oh.
What kind of project? Website redesign. Widih, yang ngedesain website guys. Udah gitu doang. Buset, berat ya ngurusin ini cewek. Berat lah guys.
Tsukino-chan.
Yagami-san.
Wah, gak ada obrolan sama sekali sih. Masih hadiah mulu guys. Mature lady.
Thank you so much.
Wah, berat banget nih. years ago, they want our plan something falling through. Remember? I just wondering if you avoid me or something.
What?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Lah. Lu gimana sih bawa topik yang bagus lah? Berarti katanya yang membuat pisah itu si Sukinonya sendiri ya? Hilang pak. Ya, dia pulang. Ya guys, si Sukino pulang. Oh, gara-gara Yagami nih. Ya udahlah. Tuh makanya guys kalau ketemu cewek ya bahas topiknya tuh yang bagus ya biar nggak tadi tuh.
Got it.
Thanks.
Padahal tadi Yagami mau minta maaf ya karena dia ngerasa kayak karena dia hubungannya jadi agak renggang gitu loh. Ternyata. Nah, padahal tadi di sini loh. Terus dia hilang, guys. Tiba-tiba di sini. Oke. Ada apa lagi di sini? Wih, tawa-tawa tuh. Bahagia banget orang-orang di situ.
Really? You too, Gendo Sensei?
Saori and
What?
the gang.
Am I in the way?
Of course not. I didn't know you still did field work.
I figured if they could pull a fast one on Saori-kun.
Enak ya, bosnya kayak gini enak banget guys ya. Santai gitu.
Why are all these people here? What gives?
We've been waiting for you, Yagami-san. Mamiya-san is about to enlighten us on the truth behind the groping.
Good.
Oh, and I heard about Sawa-sensei. I'm so sorry.
Our condolences.
Looks like she got mixed up in all this when Okey was chasing after Kawana. But we're still not sure why they chased him. To figure that out, we'll have to retrace Kawana's steps.
Exactly.
That said, let's start with the harassment charges, Mamiya-san.
Jadi untuk biar kita tahu tuh kenapa RK ngejar si Kawana, kita tuh kayak ya ngikutin lagi jejak ininya si ini ya, si Kawana guys ya. Dia ngapain aja gitu loh.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Ayo jangan bohong lah Bu ya.
Pout all you want.
Sumpah lu.
Keep the answers straight. Got it?
Ini lu bohong lu nggak pulang-pulang loh.
The Harus assault
biar
was
suami
designed
lu
to
nyari
establish
biar
a
ya.
false alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. So Kawana had you play the victim, and together you pulled one over on the police and the court.
Can you confirm if this is all accurate so far, please?
Yeah.
The person who groped you on the train wasn't a Harasan himself. It was his stand-in. And my understanding is that he had conspirators to help him fabricate this event?
That's right.
What was Kawana doing at the time? Was he in Ijincho or Tokyo?
Didn't you hear your lady friend? A Harasan had a stand-in. And that stand-in was our sensei.
You mean Kawana posed as Ahara himself?
Ternyata palsu guys.
So this Ahara was actually Kawana. Huh.
Sensei and a Harasan have a pretty similar build. Not sure they could have pulled it off otherwise, you know?
But some spots don't look right, like his mouth. You sure that's really Kawana-san?
That part around his mouth is fake. He said he scanned a Harasan's face and made it on a 3D printer.
Who's that?
Huh. You can print things in 3D now?
Well, it's a machine that takes a model's data from a computer and prints physical objects using materials like resin. So if you were to scan a person's face onto a computer, a 3D printer could accurately recreate it.
Oke, jadi dia ngeprinter 3D mukanya si Pak Ehara ya. Dia nyamar guys, yang di kereta tuh bukan Pak Ehara.
Something like this. See, with a 3D printer, a piece of a face is pretty easy to make.
What the hell?
See, his eyes are hidden behind the sunglasses, and the seams on his jaw are obscured by the mask.
It's incredible, I must say. With the mouth area so visible, it's too convincing to think he's anybody else. And with the prosecution
terjawab
assuming he's
sudah ya
just
masalah
another
Pak Ehara
sexual
ya,
predator,
ternyata palsu
he
guys.
fell for it.
Ternyata itu
This
si
is no time
Kuwana
to
yang
be
nyamar
impressed.
jadi Pak
In
Ehara.
case you forgot, he had the defense fooled too.
Right.
Assuming Kuwana was Ahara's double, there's still some evidence I'm iffy about.
I'm of the same opinion.
Okay. Which evidence is questionable?
But then this guy's evident and I'm unsure of. I need to press my menu right now.
Any thoughts after seeing this?
Stop it.
You're gonna look away? You aided and abetted by playing the victim.
Kan dua
didn't
tempat
you?
secara bersamaan guys. Yang kita debatkan dulu
Who
tuh.
put this video up on the
Yang bikin
internet?
pusing kan itu kan.
Sensei.
Kok bisa ada dua Ehara dalam
He said
satu
from the start that once Ehara-san got his
waktu
guilty,
yang berdekatan
he'd
itu
upload
ada
it
di
to the
dua
internet.
lokasi kan.
So that was all part of the plan.
Ini berarti yang di tempat pembunuhan
Sensei
yang
can't
asli
forget the
dong.
law for how easy it lets out bullies. Ehara-san's the same way. His
Oh.
son's death was brushed aside. The court blamed his
Satu
suicide on
pemikiran
unknown
guys ternyata
And that's what
Ehara
happened to
sama
his
Kuwana.
The real victim is some bully who never got what he deserved, and the killer gets off in court by being convicted of battery. How would the public respond after finding out they gamed the law like that?
So Kuwana and Ahara's real plan was to make a mockery out of the justice system.
Seems to be going well for them. The
Oke,
courts are beside
terpecahkan
themselves trying to
sudah.
release into this.
I guess Ahara really was desperate. He was never concerned about his own punishment. He tarnished his own name to humiliate the law.
Yeah, cop or not, Ahara's a broken man. Nobody took responsibility for his son's death. The courts all but ignored his case.
Betul.
No wonder he went along with Kuwana.
Oke, jadi itu ya.
I can't even imagine.
Jadi Pak Ehara kenapa mendukung Kuwana dan merencanakan semua itu karena ya hukum udah tidak lagi bisa membantu dia ya, malah mengacukan kasusnya anaknya ya di pengadilan ya, dan gak ada yang membantu. Akhirnya dia karena hukum gak bisa dipercaya lagi, dia pakai hukum rimba. Hukum sendiri ya kan. Pakailah cara itu guys untuk menipu sistem yang ada ya. Sampai kenyang. Okay, I better proceed mayat to this evidence. After the arrest, stress fiber detected on him matched the fiber victim underwear. Karena hukum tidak bisa dipercaya, maka keadaan hilang. Itulah kenapa nama game Lost Judgment. Oh iya, baru inget gue. Walah. Yang mana nih? Di translate cards bilang itu Akhirnya Ehara. Di komputer automatic record data entry. Di pas iki buru station an hour before this edition. Coba kalau ini.
How should we be looking at this?
The guy getting taken down in the footage is the real Ehara-san.
What?
Sensei had already switched places with them before the scene happened. No one saw through his disguise.
Makes sense. There'd be no way to swap places after getting caught like this.
Ini asli guys.
Sunglasses were removed too.
Also, the person who tripped him was one of ours. So was the one who took the smartphone video. If nobody tried to stop him, he would have just gotten away. But the most important part of it was pinning Ehara-san as the culprit out in public.
Right. If that didn't happen, the entire alibi goes up in smoke.
More or less.
So basically, this entire battery case was calculated from the start. Nothing but smoke and mirrors.
Keren banget rencananya ya. Timing switchingnya itu loh. Berarti harusnya sih di sini sih ya. Coba kalau ini gimana?
What do you make of this?
I mean, what's there to doubt?
You tell me?
Salah.
The one running in the platform wasn't Akhirnya. It was Sensei pretending to be him, right?
Meaning...
There is no more meaning. That's all there is to it. Akhirnya used a stand-in to fake his alibi. The stand-in turned out to be none other than Jin Kawana, which Mamiya-san just finished explaining in detail.
Lupa.
We have all our ducks in a row.
Aduh, senengnya dalam hati. Jadi ini Kawana. Berarti tempat pertukarannya berarti ya di lokasi yang nggak kepantau kamera harusnya ya.
How about this then?
Paham nggak dia?
What's this? A map of the station?
We made a diagram of Shinjuku Station. The platform's packed with cameras, but take a closer look and you'll notice a small blind spot.
We've all been looking into it. So, let's say Akhirnya murdered Mikoshiba and faked his alibi at the station. If that was the case, then after Akhirnya had his stand-in do the deed, they would have swapped at this blind spot. Sound about right?
Is I give up what you're looking for? You figured it out. You win. What more do you want?
Oke, mau dari situ berarti ya. Pertukarannya, guys. Yang mana lagi berarti ya? Oh, semuanya gue ini ya. Better price. Ini?
This piece of the puzzle still needs an explanation.
Is that...
The police examined the trace evidence on Akhirya's hands after he was caught. And from the analysis, the same fibers from Mamiya-san's undergarments were found on Akhirya's hands.
That's right. If the stand-in was the groper, Akhirnya-san wouldn't have touched Mamiya-san at all. But the evidence on Akhirnya-san's hands suggests otherwise. Rather strange, isn't it?
I take it there was a trick to this, too?
That's simple. Before I got in the train, I met with the real Akhirnya-san at the underground platform.
Okay.
That's when I had him touch the undergarment. After that, all I had to do was go to the bathroom and put them on. That's where the fibers in the trace were from.
Oh, itu triknya guys ya. Kenapa sampai ada bekas itu ya. Benangnya kayak ada di sidik jarinya si Akhirnya tuh ada di situ juga ya. Ternyata dia sebelum naik tuh di basementnya ya, di undergroundnya dia ketemu, terus ya itulah si Pak Akhirnya yang megang CD-nya baru terus dipakai sama si Mamiya ini.
What the police found on Akhirnya-san's hands was exactly what we wanted them to find. And it would serve as hard proof
sengaja ya biar ditemukan sama polisi itu loh. Biar memperkuat ya skenario yang udah dibuat itu loh. Biar si Akhirnya jadi pelakunya loh.
You're really starting to open up. That's the spirit.
Ada lagi? Set. Ada lagi masih kurang. Nah ini sekalian.
How about this then?
Tuh, tiket no.
And this is?
Before the incident, Akhirnya used this card to go through the ticket gate at Ikebukuro, the time of which was recorded.
Right, and it was on October 7th at 7:43 a.m.
Thanks, Hoshino-kun.
Happy to help, Yagami-san.
At the earliest, Mikoshiba's time of death would have been 7:30 a.m.
Oh, 15 menit,
If
guys.
Akhirnya killed Mikoshiba and Ijincho, he would have only had 13 minutes to get to Ikebukuro. And frankly, that's impossible.
That's what's dumping you?
Ada orang lagi pakai mukanya Akhirnya kan?
Sensei borrowed the card from Akhirnya-san beforehand and passed her the game. Afterward, he slipped it back to Akhirnya-san when they switched places. That way, Akhirnya-san ended up having the time-stamped card on him. Makes sense now.
So even the entry time through the ticket gate was used as part of the alibi?
It all seems so obvious now that I hear it. Nobody'd suspect that a groping was being used as an alibi for murder.
Yeah. And on top of all that, no one knew Mikoshiba had been killed during the trial. They really pulled it off.
Anything else?
Masih 2.
Yagami-san, you sure that's enough?
Belum.
Yeah, I think we've got plenty.
Belum.
Bottom line, groping was a fabrication. At the very least, we know that the prosecution's evidence can all be refuted.
The courts were being intentionally misled. I'm considering filing an appeal.
Are you saying you want a retrial?
I am. We'll reveal Ahara and Kuwana's plot and overturn the verdict they issued.
That might be harder than it sounds.
Why do you say that, Genda-sensei?
Well, the previous trial resulted in Ahara being found guilty, right? As the client, if he doesn't want an appeal, there's no way you're getting one. Doesn't matter what any lawyer tries to do. If Ahara refuses to appeal, then that's that.
And we'll talk to him tomorrow. First, we need to see how he reacts to everything we've got on him.
Berat juga ini, repot guys.
Will do.
So, we done
Ini
for the night?
masalahnya ntar di Pak Akhirnya ini nih.
Great job, everyone.
Ini nih penentunya nih. Kayaknya kita udah tahu guys semua triknya ya yang di kejadian.
Yo,
Pak Akhirnya yang ada di kereta api kita udah tahu semuanya, triknya udah dibongkar tadi ya. Jadi dari kartu, dari si celana dalam itu tadi. Kemudian kenapa bisa ada di 2 tempat sekaligus? Udah dibongkar semua, ternyata Kuwana lah yang menjadi pengganti ya. Jadi ada 2 orang yang memakai Kuwana pakai mukanya si Pak Akhirnya dengan menggunakan printer 3D ya.
Which means all we can do is take her home, right?
Jadi mereka bertukar tempat di spot yang tidak tertangkap sama kamera gitu loh.
Why are you still here? Everyone else went
Emang
home.
disengaja biar ketangkep ya.
Come on, man. Why the cold shoulder? Am I really that annoying?
You wouldn't be the guy I'd call to hang out with.
Dan ternyata Ahara setuju dengan rencananya si Kuwana untuk membersihkan para pembuli ya. Mau dibunuh, mau gimana kok. Itulah ya, mereka pakai hukum mereka sendiri akhirnya karena hukum yang berlaku udah gak bisa dipercaya.
Thanks for the drink.
Banyak permainan di dalam sana guys.
That was your cue to bow and ask nice.
Thank you. Ininya wanti-wantinya. Tuh ya, tapi luar biasa sih ya. Dari kartu, CD, kemudian muka, kemudian sampai blind spotnya, kemudian rekaman itu juga semuanya udah diperhitungkan guys. Wah gila. Oke. Ini gimana nih kabarnya nih? Agak ini dah. Gak ada kelanjutannya guys yang di sekolah. Tapi udahlah, kita selesaikan ini aja ya. Ntar kata bukan trik itu ya akhir-akhir kita bisa ya. Halo. Ayo lu mental lu. Pukulan apa lu? Skillnya tadi aktif guys ya, mental kan. Counter gue nyala. Mama masuk no sana ya, dia lihat foto-foto indah. Oke. Kita terus dulu ke atas saja kelarin school. Oke, siap. Ya udahlah, kita di sini ya. Ding. Ada siapa di atas ini? Semoga tidak ada yang mengganggu. Ya kita tidur aja lah gitu loh. Besok. Ada kelas baru, nyala. Ya tidak ada, aman. Tidur. Box biar pagi hari menyapa kita guys. Oke, waktunya ya ketemu Pak Ehara, kita interview. Ini titik pentingnya di sini guys. Kalau Pak Ehara nggak mau membongkar itu, ya udah kita nggak bisa apa-apa. Intinya di situ sih. Oh, naik taksi berarti ini. Ini titik pentingnya nih di sini nih. Kita bisa ini enggak sih, tapi ntar dulu guys ya, kita ngecek dulu si Sukino mbaknya dulu ya. Dedek Sukino kita ini dulu. Kita cek ya, apa ini? Apa gerangan? Oh, ada ada quest baru muncul. Oke, let's go. Nah, berkaitan dengan si Sukino akhirnya ya. Dia mau membuka diri kah? Setelah dari tadi dia menghindari kita. Sabar, Pak Ehara bisa menunggu kok. Sauri sama Pak Ehara bisa menunggu guys. Ini cewek nggak bisa nunggu nih. Oke, Sukino-chan. Ada. Udih, sama cowok nih. Tawa-tawa. Oh, Kentokun. Ini anak sekolah nih. Udih. You tennis older?
No.
I'm just interview student for website I'm working on. Lu urgent website lu? Bukan itu kan? Sir, you can select. Wah, takdir macam apa ini? Nah, kayaknya kita emang dijodoh. Ini berjodoh ini.
I see.
Walah, dia di interview doang guys ya, berkaitan dengan websitenya itu.
Excuse me.
Dah pergi, jangan ganggu. Ini jatah saya ini.
Tsukino-chan.
If you work in this website, maybe I could learn hand. There is something I will trouble. Oh, ada masalah guys. Apa tuh? During the record picture, to use a different web page, but our my experience is illustration, not photography. Seem like everything I was camera student that just freeze up is still acting naturally. Wow. I don't know how to use realistic photo instead just post one. Oke. Jadi dia minta foto guys ya. Jadi pas murid-muridnya tuh di foto dia malah nge-freeze gitu loh, semuanya nggak natural banget. Jadi kurang bagus gitu loh.
I guess so.
Suruh moto kah kita? He told me he's looking for a website showcase the cherry fun set of school life. Oh, disuruh senyum itu yang bahagia itu loh guys. Tapi anak-anaknya kan pada ini semua ya. Tahu lah ya. Mana bisa senyum kan gurunya meninggal dunia gitu guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oke. Jadi ya emang pada mukanya pada muka sedih, ini dingin juga gitu loh. Apa nih? Talk to Sukino during the day or evening. Apa? I'm all set. Gymnastic. What gymnastic?
So, did you get all your memories back?
I did. I'm sorry for all that time we lost.
No worries. Crazy that your mind just blanked it all out. Guess those scumbags were too traumatic to handle.
They really were. Especially the giant naked man.
Ugh. Now there's an impact nobody wants.
Dibahas lagi.
Get that image.
Si Terminator.
in my head. Ugh.
Oh, my bad. I shouldn't have even brought it up.
Are we going?
Ayo. Agak bisa lari dikit, nggak boleh lari pak. Oke, jadi ingatannya agak-agak ini ya, dia kena trauma guys ya. Ya tahu lah ya. Ditangkap sama para mecum-mecumnya gimana pak?
Have you been busy since moving to Yokohama?
Oh, yes. Almost too busy. Sometimes I don't get home until past midnight.
Waduh.
Seriously?
Iya,
Gets
sibuk
that
banget
bad?
dong.
Recently,
Dia baru
they've been
pulang
cracking down on overtime.
tengah malam,
so
guys.
I'm told to go
Udah
home
lewat
after
berarti
my
tengah
shift,
malamnya.
but when it comes to graphic design, once the ideas start coming, you don't want to stop working until you've seen them through.
Betul, gue
So
ngerasain
you
sih.
get in the groove, huh?
Ngerasain sih.
Sounds like even the
Pas
busy
udah ada
times can be good.
ide,
Yes, for the most
sama
part.
I'm glad you've been
semangat udah muncul
Still,
sih. Gak akan bisa
sorry,
berhenti
I
sih
never reached
walaupun
out to
udah tengah malam
Nah,
atau
it's work.
udah
I get
pagi
it.
lagi ya. Kalau nggak segera disalurkan tuh gimana gitu perasaan tuh. Jadi harus segera gitu guys. Kalian pernah ngalamin nggak guys kayak gitu? Guys, gimana ya? Kalau nggak segera di waktu itu tuh bakal besok itu kayak nggak ada lagi gitu. Harus segera disalurkan gitu idenya.
It's me.
Oke.
Yeah.
Ya, tanya foto ya, monggo foto.
I see.
Gue yang foto. Apa nih?
Oh.
Wah. Wah, dodgeball nih. Hope you're real guys. Oke, ngapain mereka nih? Suruno with the ball. Only capture Suruno dodge a cool light. Oh, waduh. Ah, ini bakal ngulang mulu nih. Mohon maaf guys ya. Sabar, kamera belum keluar. Ini fokus udah. So momen dia pas ngindarin, tekan Z. Harus max. Kemudian fokus ke sini. Ini nggak fokus tuh. Ini fokus. Jadi nggak fokus. In fokusnya kalau jauh loh. Lah, gimana dong? Ini. Pakai max zoom. Atau gue jauhin gini mungkin maksimumnya. Kalau dekat mundurin dikit. Itu harus tekan at max zoom gimana maksudnya? Ntar gue mungkin munduran. Oke, mungkin dari sini. Ikut. Oh, nggak bisa. Harus ada Igarashi sama Suruno, guys. Suruno tuh yang ini ya. Igarashi itu mana sih? Igarashi yang ini. Oh, mundur lagi dong. Igarashi sama itu harus kena. Terus fokus. Gak fokus nih. Fokus. Nah. Kejauhan nggak bisa, atau dari samping aja nih bisa nih. Nggak fokus loh. HP-nya soalnya update mungkin ya. Oke, gue maxin kayak gitu. Oke, pas dia ini ya. Foto. Dah, foto aja. Ya, fokusnya loh. Ya, ini bisa nih. Ini dia dari sini ternyata guys. Oke. Yang ganteng. Foto. Apa itu? Dia nari, Pak. Balet. Dia melancarkan serangan ini. Wih. Hindaran burung camar deh. Nah, lu lihat no, ketawa lu. Kalau gue sih lihat gitu ketawa sih. Nah, lu lihat kelakuan lu. Nice gak tuh? Slow dodgeball.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ya udah, gamenya bilang perfect ya perfect aja. Apa ya? Something going on here? Enggak kok, cuma foto doang. Ini kaptennya mungkin ya. Telat ya guys. Ya ampun. Sumpah lah, jadi beda ya sama pas di judgment guys. Lebih cakep di sini sih. Kalau yang dulu kan cute ya jadinya lebih.
Okay.
Wah. Halo Bu.
Okay.
Si Bin at my point contact information my company offer. Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Tinggal foto doang Bu. Cari foto yang ceria-ceria gitu loh Bu. Pikiran adjustment B aja. Sekarang jadi cakep. Udah di-upgrade sama Sega. Iya. Glowing ya kan. Glowing time. Please start with sanitation here and school. We don't have written the full my request.
No.
Then the brochure to you, but it's me prone to you. The email we present will determine the type of student drawn our score. Wah ini emang kayak gini nih orangnya guys. Ngeselinnya kayak gitu deh. It's a create the present as respectable variable decision is that understood. Now take care. Iya Bu, iya. Ya inilah kerja guys ya. Kadang nemui klien-klien ya kayak gitu lah. Sedih sih tapi ya itulah dunia kerja ya. Omongan-omongan pedes ini pasti sering kita temui lah. Makanya harus punya mental baja ya, masuk ke dunia kerja apapun itu. Ayo, saya nunggu lo, ya nunggu kamu loh. Mbah, Sukino, bukan Sukiyem, ya, yang mau digandeng. Dia mau gandeng guys. Oh, Mbak Sukiyem ini, Sukiyem.
What's Yosuke-kun been up to?
I'm
yang menyelonong
not really
aja.
sure what my brother's doing right now.
Mungkin tadi ada cowok cakep nih. Nunggu saya mungkin ya. Main nyelonong aja.
He also mentioned starting some sort of
Merebut
company.
posisinya Sukino guys.
Yosuke-kun always did have a knack for making money.
Yes. This time I worry he may be getting in over his head. My parents are paranoid that he'll be arrested for something, as if he's not on the straight and narrow.
Oh,
if that ever happens, would you be willing to defend him?
Oh, just pray it never comes to that.
Gak tahu diri mbaknya nih. Nah, iya loh. Jalan main HP tiba-tiba rating ya kan. Kayak mau nyebrang tapi ratingnya ternyata belok kiri gitu loh. Woi. You know, they can remind me of you first met. Sambil nostalgia ya, ingat-ingat zaman dulu ya. Is glowing sekarang. Rambutnya. Yeah.
What is it, Yagami-san? You're just staring at me.
To tell her mature become start a staring contest. Star staring contest, aneh gak sih guys? Mungkin ini ya. Sorry, but Akhirnya is said so mature now. It was staring without realizing it.
Oh, is that what you're thinking? I'm so glad to hear it.
Kayaknya bagus yang starting contest aja deh. But there's still illusion it's different when this was factor. Dia masih 23 tahun guys ya. Yagami berarti 38. Beda 15 tahun.
You still with me?
Iya.
No.
Masih. Rambut udah ini.
Oh.
Isn't that...
Oh, yang pernah diberikan sama si Yagami guys.
Yes. I'm still very fond of them. They're sort of my reminder.
What?
To have the same strength and courage as you have, Yagami-san.
Tsukino-chan.
Huh? Oh, well, yeah, is that
Yagami.
weird?
Langsung semangat dia. I lost touch with Tsukino-chan, so she was avoiding me. But after learning about your ring, I guess she didn't hate me after all. Enggak, ya gara-gara kasus itu doang. Dia jadi mau menghindar dulu. Kasus yang...
Yep, we get to dress however we please.
Yang musuh-musuh itu loh guys. As she's choosing very difficult. Inilah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow, thank you so much. This is what I wear to my most important meetings. It makes me feel like a boss.
Oh.
Wah, kurang sih. Ada satu lagi nggak?
You may be right about that.
Satu lagi. Kopi, laptop. Apa nih? Luwak jangan-jangan nih. Kopi.
Oh.
Ya.
Once work started ramping up, I pretty much depended on it to get you through all the overtime.
Ini yang teman orang kerja ya. Berarti suka lembur. Ini pasti temannya kopi guys.
I've come to appreciate the flavor recently.
I see.
Ya kan? Black coffee.
Really? So that's what defines adulthood now?
If I have this right.
You learn to find the joy in something bitter. Iya sih.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Even the toughest of projects can have their fun moments.
In other words...
Nah, dah tembus.
Well, when you put it that way, it sounds so deep.
Oke, pas berarti.
What's that?
Yes. Merek apa tuh?
Yeah, it's a pretty simple laptop, but I can
Nitron
still do
ya.
some light work with it.
Oh.
Acer Nitron guys ya ini. Mereknya.
Yes. Well,
Acer Nitron.
it's not the greatest for editing or
Nah,
finalizing
punyanya
images,
Sukumo
though.
tadi Asus. Ya, Asus.
I'd be happy to, but you know what it costs, right? Depends on the exact needs, but it'd start around 200,000 yen.
Buset,
I've seen
mahal.
invoices get as high as 500,000.
Huh?
Yes, and we're not even considered expensive in my field. Those figures are the standard industry rate.
Waalaikumsalam. Selamat malam juga. Bung Aldo berhasil. Alhamdulillah baik semuanya juga. Semoga baik semua ya. Diberikan kesehatan yang luar biasa.
I'd be happy to
Semoga Anda
teach you
juga
what I know.
kabarnya juga luar biasa baik ya. Aman. So the teacher turned to the child. So many teacher with the random. But orang bisa decide based on child direction. Oke, ini ya. Jadi katanya websitenya tuh mengikuti arahannya si Pak Kepala Sekolahnya ya, dan kepala sekolahnya tuh pingin mencoba from the school experiments, you know, what with the bullying. Oh. He want to go there for fun actually, and the thing is, which doesn't say was in the meeting too. See, did same from the display just now. I shall ask some more question.
No.
The chairman was told me, usually I live at all of this doesn't say ada already to go over her head. Waduh, semuanya diserahkan ke si ibu gurunya tadi guys, yang marah-marah tadi tuh. Standard website di sini. What are you going to do? Any more picture taken now? One of my senpai, or what you are respect was told me, you can't just follow a client orders. Betul. Ada kalanya gitu. Jadi harus ada improvisasi lah, lebih dari itu ya. Instead the only you solve what to understand the client's problem and dig up their hidden needs. Nah ini mintanya apa tapi yang mereka maksud tuh apa gitu loh. Kita harus ada guys, ada hal yang tersembunyi dari permintaan mereka gitu loh. So only you do what you told for to understand the client's problem and dig up their hidden needs. Saya consider the best choice for client.
I see.
Tuh. Jadi berarti kita harus memberikan tuh perlunya segini, kliennya kita kasih di atasnya gitu guys. Tapi tidak keluar dari itu ya. Jadi yang mereka perlukan gitu. Susah. Tapi juga kadang juga enggak ya. Itulah dunia kerja kayak gini-gini ya. Desainer gitu. Oke. Udah sekali aja kita balik langsung lagi ke Pak Akhirnya ya. Let's go. Biasa guys ya, satu kali misi, satu kali main quest ya. Ini ya nih, semoga dia mau sama nih papanya nih guys.
So, you're recommending an appeal?
Yep.
I have that right? Did some new evidence come to light?
Yui Mamiya told us some
biasa.
things, like how you faked your alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. You wanted the sexual battery conviction, right?
Well,
your goal was to avenge your son and humiliate the law on a grand
dikasih
scale.
tahu sama Yagami guys.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Harus-san, we have a much better grasp of the situation than you think.
And what exactly have you grasped?
Like Yagami-san just said, you're innocent, as far as the harassment goes. As your lawyer, I'll file for an appeal, and we'll make sure the world knows it.
Thanks, but no. I'm scum of the earth. A pervert. The prosecution and the judge made that very clear in the verdict.
On the day of the crime, October 7th, at around 6:30 a.m., you were in Ijincho, not Tokyo.
Baloney. I was relaxing at home.
Except that you weren't.
Oh?
You wanted to give the man who pushed your son to suicide the beating of a lifetime. And you'd miss out on that opportunity if you were at home, which is why you were in Ijincho instead. Isn't that right? You and Kawana's former student staked out Mikoshiba's house until he left. Then you dragged your prey into a car and brought it to an abandoned building in Ijincho, which would later become a murder scene.
Yang penculikan Mikoshiba.
Every bone on Mikoshiba's fingers was broken. Remembering how he pushed Toshiro-kun to his death, it's no wonder you'd go that far. You tortured Mikoshiba without a shred of remorse. You inflicted no small amount of pain and terror.
Buset, dia yang mata-matain jarinya itu.
And I'd put my money on that.
And then...
You need the whole play-by-play? Even though you already know it?
Oh, not at all. I'm just fascinated by this outrageous little story.
What piece of evidence show what Ehara did to Mikoshiba after beating him?
As for what you did next after beating Mikoshiba.
Salah.
It's quite a home video.
Without leaving anything on Mikoshiba's body that could be traced back to you, you slit his throat. Estimated time of death was around 7:30 a.m. on October 7th. You tossed the bloody coat and made your way to Ikebukuro Station, where Yui Mamiya was waiting.
Are you sure? I was at Ikebukuro by 7:30 a.m. Would have been impossible for me to kill Mikoshiba.
Karena bukan lo yang make kartunya, woi.
The person in the security camera footage in Ikebukuro was a double who imitated your likeness. The identity of whom belonged to Jin Kawana, the handyman in Ijincho. Maybe you know him by a different name. Former high school teacher Yu Kitakata. So which name did he give you?
Kitakata.
I don't know who you're talking about.
With Kawana in view of the security camera, you met up with Yui Mamiya at Ikebukuro first. That's where you touched the
tadi guys ya,
underground
ini ada
machine.
dikasih tahu
The
trik-triknya
police
ya.
would later discover the trace evidence on your hands and pin the groping on you. Then you made your way to Shinjuku Station. After that, Mamiya and Kawana acted out the groping as they arrived at
Tuh, dia
Shinjuku
pakai
Station.
muka 3D.
Kawana jumped out of the train and Mamiya chased after him. And then, in the smallest of blind spots in a station absolutely packed with cameras, you were waiting for Kawana, who looked just like you. With the two of you matching, you were able to swap places in that huge crowd without anyone noticing. Kawana handed you the transit card used to pass the ticket gate. Just one piece of hard evidence that places you in Ikebukuro at 7:43 a.m. And right after the swap, Mamiya started calling for help. After that, well, we've all seen how the news reported it. You were caught in a public place with plenty of witnesses.
Di dalam kereta kelihatan ya.
An active duty police
Orang-orang
officer
yang-
arrested for sexual battery. The public outcry was very clear. As a result, despite it being your first offense, you were actually tried and convicted. The consensus is that it was a fitting punishment for someone so heinous. Even as your lawyer, I felt the same.
Have some confidence in yourself, Shirosaki-sensei.
Berarti dia yang membunuh si Mikoshiba, dibantu sama si
and a lawyer like
Okey itu.
you all laid out the evidence in court.
Sama yang tadi udah kita pukulin, terus kita foto guys ya.
I'm in no
Udah kita
position to
kalahin.
doubt.
Mereka pelakunya.
I've long accepted the ruling that
Kok mantan murid itu yang bunuh ya?
there's nothing I can do but abide by the rule of law.
Kena dia guys.
Right. That's all I can do.
Kena.
Right?
I know what you're trying to say. You carried out the justice that the courts wouldn't.
Kesempatan ini.
Everything my son went through was passed off like it never even happened. School, the teachers, and yes, the court. They all dismissed the reason he died.
That's when Kawana came in the picture, telling you Toshiro-kun had been bullied. But was it Kawana's words that suddenly made you want to kill Mikoshiba? Because all of his fingers were broken while he was still alive. Was that really all just your pent-up rage?
Benar deh ya. Walaupun jajah di patah-patahnya, dia masih hidup ya. This so don't have dan Mikoshiba bullying. Who taught Ehara the truth? Where did Hara hear the truth about Mikushiba bullying? Kok menurut gua kok bisa semua guys ya, dari internet enggak, kalau di internet sih kayaknya enggak ya. Kuana tell about bullying bisa jadi kan dia ngasih tahu ya, si Sawa Sensei kan ngasih tahu ke Kuana soal semuanya. Kalau anaknya kayaknya dia nggak punya waktu untuk ngobrol sama anaknya sih, karena dia sibuk kerja ya. Dan anaknya kan kalau orang dibully tuh udah parah, mungkin dia tuh kayak takut guys kalau mau ngomong gitu loh. Biasanya ya. Coba Kuana, harus si Kuana sih.
Did Kawana really tell you? You found enough motive to murder Mikoshiba on hearsay? No, that doesn't sound right at all.
Bukan.
Was Sawa-sensei the one who told you the truth? She was the only person Toshiro-kun confided in. You had to have heard it from her, right?
Nearly hit the nail on the head, as they say.
Nearly?
After my trial, she confessed she knew about the bullying, but only to her old teacher over the phone. She had no idea she was being recorded.
What?
Kawana-san let me listen to that recording where I learned Sawa-sensei had been muzzled by both the homeroom teacher and the lawyer. That was the proof of Toshiro's bullying I'd wanted all throughout the trial. After hearing Sawa-sensei's words, I finally understood. They pushed my boy over the edge.
Pas waktu penyelidikannya tuh,
like a diary of Toshiro-kun's or
pas meetingnya guys, berarti di situ udah dipasang alat perekam ya sama si Kuananya.
That was probably all my fault.
Karena gue jadi main pesan 5 lagi pakai dub Inggris.
Kids would throw his pencil case around or hide his books. When I heard about it, I chewed
Buat
him out.
dapetin ini sekalian 100%
They walk all over you because you're weak.
Gas.
Fine. I told him.
I take it that was the wrong approach.
Yeah.
Sayang saya cuma penikmat story ya.
I can't imagine how much courage it took for him to come forward about his suffering. I'm sure he felt ashamed.
Syukur-syukur bisa 100%, kalau enggak sih ya udah sih.
I should have told him I was proud of his bravery. But instead, I pushed him away. And in the end, Toshiro tried to make sure he never showed weakness to us again, no matter how much pain he was in. He went to a private school out in Yokohama because he hated living with me. But in the end, he still suffered.
And that's why you didn't hesitate to unleash hell on Mikoshiba.
Okay.
If you say so.
Ternyata ada jarak ya antara anaknya sama si Pak Ihara ini loh guys ya, karena bapaknya terlalu sibuk ya, jadi si anaknya tuh benci sama dia gitu loh. Apalagi tadi omongan dia yang nyuruh si anaknya tuh lebih berani dan kayak gimana gitu ya. Jadi anak itu akhirnya dalam pikirannya termindset kalau dia nggak ingin nunjukin kelemahan di depan orang tuanya gitu loh, baik bapak sama ibunya gitu loh. Tapi akhirnya karena dia nggak suka tinggal sama bapaknya, dia ngekos lah ya, tinggal sendiri dia. Tapi itu sering sih kalau di Jepang sama luar negeri rata-rata kayak gitu sih ya. Kadang-kadang pas SMA dia udah tinggal sendiri gitu. karena sekolahnya jauh mungkin ya. Kok dari situlah ya, jadi dia udah mulai agak renggang sama anaknya ya. Dan yang tadi yang mengejutkan adalah yang dimana si Ihara ini gimana dia bisa tahu soal pembulian anaknya itu ya, yang juga nama si Mikoshiba gitu kan. Berarti ternyata pas semua hasil penyelidikan dari detektifnya terus di pihak ke lainnya lagi kan dipanggil ya, itu kan dikumpulkan kan, terus dikasihkan kalau nggak ada apa-apa, terus Bu Sawa kan nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain kan, di situ kan kalah kan dia kan, padahal dia bener-bener menyuarakan kalau ini bener-bener pembulian, tapi si detektifnya, si pihak ketiganya itu juga tuh, yang lainnya satunya lagi tuh bilang oh ada ini iya murni cuma teasing doang kayak gini-gini gitu loh, nggak ada pembulian sampai gitu-gitu kan, ini murni ya dia ini gitu loh, bunuh diri gitu kan, nggak ada hal lain selain itu. Dia denger karena sama si Kuwana udah dipasang alat perekaman, si Busawa nggak tahu. Berarti setelah si Busawa ini ke Kuwana, di situ mungkin dia udah masang alat penyadap ya ibaratnya ya. Entah di mananya, di tas atau di mana, pokoknya itu udah dikasih sama si Kuwana gitu loh. Si Pak Ihara tuh denger dari awal sampai akhir itu. Ya meeting yang soal pembulian yang berkaitan sama anaknya si Pak Ihara itu guys. Dari situ dia langsung setuju sama si Kuwana gitu loh.
So the first time Kuwana showed up was when he let you listen to the phone call with Sawa-sensei, right?
Yes. He approached me and asked me if I still wanted justice for my son. I was in uniform when he came to me too. Very bold.
Dia masih pakai seragamnya dia loh, berarti masih tugas dong.
He reassured me he had already taken care of multiple individuals like Goshiba, and that he urged other families to avenge the children they lost to bullying. He'd tell them that simply being branded a bully wasn't enough. He promised to deliver real justice.
If justice can be served at one's own discretion, laws would cease to serve their function. If the law isn't fair to everyone, no one will obey it. The law is only able to help the powerless because it can't be swayed by money, force, or anything else.
Harusnya gitu. Harusnya gitu hukum yang sebenar-benarnya itu gitu. Membela orang yang tidak punya kekuatan sesuai dengan keadilan, tidak terkait dengan uang apapun, tapi pada kenyataannya malah itu yang terjadi. Ya, kebalikan dari semua itu. Oh, dibilang nggak percaya, tapi ya that's real happening until now.
Do you understand what that implies? Whether you follow through with revenge or not, Kuwana-san presents a solution.
Tapi tindakan Anda juga salah, Pak Ye. Sejahat apapun orang, Ye.
Am I wrong about that?
Sejahat apapun tindakannya, seorang manusia tidak berhak untuk menghakimi sampai mengakhiri nyawa makhluk lain. Yang berhak itu adalah Sang Penciptanya sendiri. Dia yang berhak atas semua nyawa di muka bumi ini, Pak. Jadi tindakan Anda tidak bisa dibenarkan. Walaupun benar, secara logika benar, tapi tindakan Bapak selalu dengan nyawa itu salah, Pak.
I can't turn a blind eye
Sorry,
to a
Pak Ye.
world where the Mikoshibas can live without consequence. Tell me, what alternative was there to getting blood on my hands? I didn't have any other choice.
Yagami-san, did he just...
Ngaku.
This is the first time you've admitted to killing Mikoshiba.
Yes. Kena dia, guys.
You really did your research, unlike those useless cops. Wanasan's plan was
Tapi
impressive.
omongannya tuh, gue paham guys perasaannya, gue paham guys. Siapa sih ya kalau udah jadi orang tua, walaupun berapa, jadi saudara aja guys. Sampai ada saudara kena gitu kan kita emosi ya. Jadi kita paham perasaannya, cuma
if we hadn't found it, there's no way we would have gotten her to talk.
Tetap salah Pak ya. Tindakan lo salah.
Sorry, but I'm under no obligation.
Anda harus tanggung jawab atas tindakan Anda.
Ahara-san, you'll be sent to prison as a sex offender as it stands.
Of course, just as I planned. The charges will be confirmed, and I'll be convicted. As for the police and the prosecution, they wouldn't be able to admit they made a mistake. I could scream, "I killed Mikoshiba" at the top of my lungs. It wouldn't matter.
Are you saying you intend to admit to the murder after you're released?
Everyone's seen the video of me killing Mikoshiba by now. It's obviously authentic, but the prosecution and the police are saying it's fake. They need it to be fake. Even if I do confess, they'll sweep it under the rug.
They wouldn't.
No, that's not beneath them. But I take it how they react doesn't really matter to you. All you want is to humiliate the law, don't you? The same system that determined Toshiro-kun's incident didn't happen.
It seems you're starting to understand, Yagami-san.
Oke, jadi dia bilang katanya dia setelah kasus ini selesai dia keluar dia akan mengaku guys ya. Nah videonya udah ditonton banyak orang ya soal dia membunuh Mikoshibanya. Tapi katanya walaupun dia ngaku, polisi tuh bakal menganggap semua itu ya palsu gitu guys ya. Walaupun ada buktinya dia akan buang aja itu kayak barang nggak penting gitu loh. Itu intinya ditutup gitu ya intinya ya.
The prosecution wanted to charge me for Mikoshiba's murder.
Lagi gitu loh.
Then they'd have to retract the battery verdict. And that would mean admitting to a massive blunder by the court at the hands of a criminal. It would be chaos. Despite knowing who murdered Mikoshiba, no one would know what to make of the case. Wouldn't that just be wonderful?
I hear you. And I even get why you'd feel pretty proud of accomplishing that.
Do you?
But in this case, guys pretty much grabbed the tiger by the tail.
What tiger's tail?
Someone's issuing orders to the thugs in Kamurocho from behind the scenes. He's the tiger in this case. And they've been closing in on your partner, Kawana. And Sawa-sensei got in their path. I'm sure you get the
macannya itu guys yang kita mau kurung guys. Tuh macan itu.
Sawa-sensei was killed after the thugs
yang bikin Sawa-sensei meninggal juga tuh. Yang menyewa RK ya.
Where she was killed. This is the first I'm hearing of the reason why. And by thugs, you mean RK?
Yes.
Yeah, but we don't know why they're going after
Berarti tindakan dia nyentuh.
No way I'd know.
You think it could be because she got mixed up in a deadly little game?
Excuse me?
That's what getting away with murder really looks like. The more you perpetuate the lie, the greater the rift you create. And then, the unthinkable happens. Kawana killed others besides Mikoshiba. You said so yourself. That's what brought the angry tiger into play. And if Sawa-sensei ended up paying for that instead, then how can you begin to believe your vengeance is fair?
Because she gave false testimony. She lied in court to say Toshiro was never bullied.
She couldn't name Mikoshiba, who was a minor at the time, without evidence. What's more, she was haunted by her testimony, always second-guessing if she did the right thing. But now she's been killed. Somehow that's acceptable to you? I'm gonna clear up what happened to Sawa-sensei, just like you did for Toshiro-kun.
How?
By going public with everything you and Kawana did. The first step is to appeal the sexual battery and undo this whole lie.
You never groped Yui Mamiya. That's one crime you're innocent of, Ahara-san. The court's verdict was incorrect. So please give us the chance to appeal. We can prove your innocence.
What on earth would I get out of that?
You get to humiliate the court again. Besides, what are you gonna do for the next half a year in a cell?
Do what you want. Just know this.
Yes?
I have no intention of admitting to killing Mikoshiba in court. Is your appeal still worth a damn?
We won't know till we try. Let's go, Sari-san. We have client approval to proceed with the appeal.
Yeah.
We better act fast.
Yes, agreed.
Yagami-san. Sawa-sensei's death isn't on me. Even if I have grabbed the tiger by the tail, that doesn't mean I killed her.
By that logic, you may as well admit that Mikoshiba didn't kill Toshiro-kun. You can't have it both ways. Listen to me. Everything about you, about Kawana, about why Sawa-sensei had to die, we're gonna expose all of it. That's the only thing left we can do for her.
Enak aja dia bilang kagak ada urusannya. Sama Busawa, guys.
I'm going to fill Genda-sensei in on what happened. Why don't you head over to the office?
Oke, ini si Kuwana nih ngekill siapa ini sampai bikin si harimau ini ngamuk, guys. Itu dia anu siapa gitu loh. Macan mana dia pegang ekornya nih?
So then, Ihara admitted to killing
intinya pokoknya kita berhasil guys yang buat dia mengaku ya. Jadi biar jelas semuanya Mikoshiba dikill sama si Pak Ihara. Terus bantuannya Kuwana dan juga si Mamiya itu juga. Nah, Mamiya diancam. Terus dibantu sama mata muridnya yang pembuli juga tuh, semuanya ada di video yang ada di lighter itu tadi. Semuanya itu ya, mereka terpaksa, tapi ya bodo amat ya, tetap aja mereka juga bersalah. Karena dia juga yang mata-matain tangannya Mikoshiba ya. Yang si Okey itu.
Harus was captured on video committing the murder.
And the prosecution claims it's a fake of unknown
Dan sekarang target kita adalah ke si harimau ini, guys.
In reality, the sexual battery evidence against Ihara-san is what was really fake.
Si harimau ini yang berbahaya dan bikin Busawa meninggal nih.
Others aided in fabricating that. Alibi
Tapi
or
ya
not.
gara-garanya si Kuwana juga sih, dia ngapain gitu loh.
Are you saying that's not possible?
I wouldn't go that far. But Ihara won't admit to murdering Mikoshiba in court.
Atau gara-gara si itu lagi sih.
So what chance do you have even if you do appeal? Without any decisive new evidence, you'll just end up splitting hairs over the original verdict.
Siapa yang di awal tadi yang diculik terus dibunuh tuh? Atau jangan itu tuh yang dicari sama RK tuh yang 5 tahun yang lalu tuh, guys. Mungkin itu kah yang jadi triggernya si harimau jadi ngamuk? Bisa jadi sih.
To be honest with you, I feel like I've been deeply underestimated.
What?
Saori-san, are you actually mad?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I am.
Oh, dia ngamuk.
You have every right to be.
Listen, Sensei. Ihara and Kawana devised this plan knowing full well they could manipulate the justice system. Have we not fallen right into their trap? If we take pity on the prosecution now, we play right into their hand.
True.
So how can we worry about reputation when our duty as lawyers is to face the law?
I understand where you're coming from, and you're right to think it, but...
And another thing. While acting as Ihara's defense in the first trial, I never truly believed the claim. I didn't trust the person I was defending, and I felt sick to my stomach even being in the courtroom.
Saori-san.
Ihara likely saw right through that. He probably took great delight in our myopic dedication to the law. And I won't stand for that. I'm gonna show him exactly what I can do.
What about you, Yagami? I want to hear your thoughts.
You know, saying it, but disagree with Saori-san. Also, I move this forward. Oke. Ini Pak Genda nih pingin si Saori ini ibaratnya biar dia tuh nggak masuk lebih dalam lagi, soalnya ini bahaya banget nih soalnya guys. Iya. Makanya dia bilang kayak gitu ya. Indonesia looks trouble. No what soal lagi. Tak kasih ke Shino aja. Shino.
I'll defer to Hoshino-kun on this one.
Huh? Wait, why are you putting me on the spot?
Enak aja.
I don't work here anymore.
Oh iyalah, kan gua udah kerja lagi di
Don't
sini.
you play that card now, especially not with so much on the line.
Loh.
That's right. Genda-sensei's asking your opinion for a reason.
So what's it gonna be? Your opinion counts, Yagami.
Gak selamat kita. Gua kira bisa selamat kasih Hoshino. Oke, ini tujuannya baik Pak Genda ini ya. Soalnya ini posisi ini benar-benar gak menguntungkan ya. Soalnya ini masih awang-awang gitu loh guys ibaratnya itu. Walaupun udah ada jalannya tapi ini masih ini banget, berbahaya banget loh kalau kita gak hati-hati gitu loh ya ibaratnya. Ini berbahaya sekali. Tapi omongannya si Saori juga bener juga gitu loh. Kalau kita berhenti di sini itu atau enggak kita langsung nyikat dia di ini tanpa melakukan mencari informasi lebih lagi yang lebih ini ya paten ya ibaratnya ya di konkret lagi tuh kita malah kayak ini lagi bakal dipermainkan lagi gitu loh. Terus sih aduh Saori sih.
We should listen to Saori-san. I understand why Ahara and Kawana did what they did. I can't condone it.
I see. So you feel it too, huh?
Yes. Although my motivation may not be as righteous as Saori-san's.
What do you mean?
Mikoshiba's murder, the fake groping alibi, the one behind it all was Kawana, and he's in hiding. We need to shine enough light on him that the public can see what he is.
Oh.
And the perfect place to do it is during Ahara's appeal hearing.
So it's not Ahara you're after, but Kawana.
Iyalah. Dia akarnya, Pak. Kawana itu berarti kayak ini aja.
And if we draw out Kawana, then RK and the ones backing them will make their
cabang doang berarti.
Soma from RK
akar yang menancap si Kawana itu yang memulai.
Which means whoever's behind them has a secret that needs to stay buried.
Kita sikat dia, guys. Biar dia ke spot ya.
I owe Sawa.
Enak aja dia sembunyi doang yang
the only thing we can do for her
tanpa bisa diadili.
Make sure the ones pulling the strings pay for it.
Sekarang juga kita bisa nangkep si harimau itu.
I guess going back wasn't ever really.
Karena kan harimau ngejar si Kawana kan.
Looks like I got complacent from all
targetnya kita kejar, pasti harimau juga ikutin kan.
Leave it to me to underestimate the younger generation.
I apologize. I shouldn't have been so impertinent.
That should be my line, Saori-kun. I suppose I have to make up my mind after all that, don't I? Get out there and do what needs to be done.
Didukung ya.
And heaven help anyone in your way.
Yeah,
right.
Yep. You heard him.
Oke, Sukumo nelpon. Halo.
Hello?
Yagami, are you still in Kamurocho?
Yeah, why? What's up?
Bilang shi. Ini malah jadi kayak Korea nih. Yagami shi.
It's very bizarre.
Are they now?
Yeah. I can't shake the feeling that the officers like Soma and Akutsu are still in town.
Think so? If I was Soma, I'd have left Ijincho by now. He's a person of interest in Sawa-sensei's murder, too.
I see. That does make sense.
Things are settling into place here, though. I'm heading back to Ijincho with Sugiura. We got a lot to go over with you when I get back.
Yes, banyak hal.
Wonder what it could be. Okay, see you soon then.
Oke, jaga keamanan ya. Hati-hati loh. Kayak kenal.
I'm going to start Yagami-san.
Yeah, let's go.
Apa ya, Jalesio. Pinggir.
Sour.
pamit dulu sama bos. Pak, balik dulu Pak, mau ke Ijincho
Tani
Pak.
may be gone, but Saori-kun's really filled in the gap. And Hoshino-kun, well, he'll figure it out someday.
Yang bener yang kerja ya, jangan mandengin Saori mulu lu. Kerja yang bener. Biar bisa langsung jadi pengacara. Oke, cek ada missing nggak? Oke, tidak ada. Oke, kita pulang ke Ijincho. Ijincho kan? Ya. Sengaja ke Yokohama 99. Kok ini nggak kena ya, area mana nih? Nah, oke. Alright guys, save dulu guys. Oke, chapter berapa gue? Chapter 10 ya. Menangkap harimau. Nah, tapi kita akan menangkapnya di episode selanjutnya guys ya. Oke, jadi sampai di sini dulu guys ya. Karena gue ada tugas yang gue harus lakukan ya. Ada hal yang harus gue lakukan, harus kerjakan ya, karena itu bagian dari kerjaan gue ya. Jadi hanya 3 jam aja gue menemani kalian ya. Semoga kalian suka dan terhibur dengan episode kali ini ya. Jadi intinya semuanya udah terbongkar guys ya. Soal Pak Ehara, terpunya Mikoshiba, kemudian ya, kemudian soal si Kuwana, tujuan dia apa, kemudian kesalahannya dia apa. Ya udah, kita udah ada informasi soal itulah ya. Dan sekarang tinggal si harimau ini nih. Pokok target utama adalah Kuwana dan sekaligus si harimau ini guys, karena dia soma kan. Jadi dia juga ikut andil dalam kematiannya Busawa gitu loh. Jadi 2 orang ini yang akan jadi titik utamanya dari kasus ini nih, 2 orang ini. Si Kuwana ini biar nge-trigger si Pak Ehara ini biar ngaku gitu loh. Ye, ini biar mengeskak si Pak Eharanya. Kemudian si harimau, si Kuwana ini buat mancing si harimau ini gitu loh. Nah, jadi 3 hal ini yang akan jadi tujuan kita guys selanjutnya guys ya. Dan sambil ya main-main kemana-mana ya. Ntar kalau udah buka kan chapter berapa setelah chapter 10 ya, 10 ke atas ya, berarti sebentar lagi ya kita bisa lanjutin yang sekolah ya. Oke guys ya, ini terima kasih. Jangan lupa berikan like dan bantu share ke teman-teman kalian dan sosmed kalian, grup kalian yang cocok dengan konten-konten kayak gini yes ya. Semoga ada yang cocok dan bisa jadi teman kita ya kan, yang baru ya gabung ke Giver Community ya di channel ini guys ya. Indonesia, terima kasih dan sampai jumpa guys in the next live stream. Thank you guys ya, and bye bye. Selamat istirahat guys.